New Order, here to stay on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais.
We're here to stay.
Yeah.
For the next 2 hours.
Yeah.
All right.
That's Steve Merchant
there. Hello there.
We're with our producer here, Karl Pilkington. We'll be talking to Karl a little bit later because we've got to have his thoughts on Aesop's fables, continuing the education of Karl. We've got some great music coming up, haven't we?
Bloody good music.
A little bit of, what have we got? Happy Mondays.
Badly Drawn Boy.
Yeah, all that. Bob Dylan.
All sorts.
All sorts coming up.
Yeah, Rick, I don't know, I just wanted to bring your attention to this. Someone passed this on to me. It's from the Guardian's media website. There has a sort of website that's dedicated to kind of media information.
Is this about our complaint?
Well, the headline is "Comedian Rapped Over Radio Innuendo."
Right.
Jessica Hodgson has written the article. Are you familiar with this? Have you seen
Well,
this?
be careful now because we actually got a complaint. A lot of people don't know this. We got a complaint upheld, and
well, all of this
we're very sorry. We didn't mean to offend. And it was a while ago, so we are going to be very careful. Karl's getting very nervous. We're just going to read out. We're not going to editorialise, Karl. We're just going to read out what the Guardian printed about us. All right? Okay.
Comedian Ricky Gervais has had a dressing down from a broadcasting watchdog for his repeated use of the word cock in a lunchtime radio show.
That's all right. That's what it says,
fine.
Karl.
That's what he's not
going to say it again. He's not. Yeah. Go on.
Imagine this is the news and I'm reading it.
Yeah.
The Broadcasting Standards Commission upheld a complaint against the comedian for coarse sexual innuendo in the programme on London station XFM. The Commission acknowledged that the presenter's remarks were intended to be humorous, but took the view that the amount and detail of the coarse sexual innuendo had exceeded acceptable boundaries for broadcast, said the BSC in a statement. The complaint objected to a section in the comic's Saturday afternoon show when he discussed the different meanings of the word cock. Gervais wondered aloud whether the word was acceptable when discussing birds, but not the male sexual organ. A BSC spokesman said the comedian went on and on about it for nearly 5 minutes. XFM, a self-styled alternative radio station, said in its defence that its remit was to provide cutting-edge programmes for a youth audience. The station said the programme's brief was to include elements of alternative comedy within certain shows that would not fit within a more mainstream radio station format. In this particular show, it was not the presenter's intention to shock when they took a humorous look at how the English language could be construed in different ways within different contexts. Gervais, whose big break was on Channel 4's 11 o'clock show, has shot to household status through the portrayal of David Brent, the middle manager from hell in BBC Two's cult show The Office.
Just in case you didn't know who I was talking about.
Yeah, he's a household name, but they just thought
you might not have heard of him, but he is a household name. Now, that's good. That's good reporting, and they're quite right about it. And just to remind people, it was when Steve said the only bird that hasn't got a penis is the swan, and I went on about the male bird being called the cock, but I couldn't use that to mean, and it was childish. But what annoys me is, I'm sure I've heard things on like Radio 1 like that. Oh, what's what's her name in the morning, Sarah
Cox.
Yeah, and as there's a DJ like Karl.
Cox.
Yeah, so you got Karl. What's the matter? I'm just saying.
You're just saying
there's a pair of DJs on,
yeah, but we've done this.
And
what are you talking about? We're just talking about
names. They're just saying the names. Now, I love Cox in the morning.
You're a big fan. You're a big fan of Cox.
And at night. What's the matter with you?
Come on, Karl. All right, we've taken it. We've been. Have you actually been rapped over this?
No, I don't know what.
Have you had a dressing down?
No.
When did that happen?
I don't know.
I was meant to tell you, and I never got round to it.
Okay. Thanks then.
So don't do it again.
Kinky Afro on XFM 104.9.
Oh,
could I just add that in case you don't know what the frequency is?
Yeah, exactly.
Why did they say that? Are they not, so you know what you listen to? So you go, I'll tell you what, I like that radio station.
Yeah.
And it was XFM 104.9.
Exactly.
I'll listen to that again.
You'll listen to that. You can retune.
Yeah.
I was wondering actually, Rick.
Stay locked up this end of the dial.
True enough. I was wondering because obviously we're still trying to campaign to get Karl into the air.
Yeah.
With the balloon enterprise, and obviously the work's been done on that. Don't fret, don't worry. A lot of people are asking for an update, but we'll obviously let you know when it's all going to take place.
Yeah.
But I was wondering
These things take time.
Exactly. But I was wondering whether we should also have another kind of campaign, some kind of campaign, maybe one that could involve you, Rick. Because I'm particularly concerned, Karl. I don't know how familiar you are with this, with Ricky's eating habits. Because he eats so unhealthily.
No,
it scares me. No, come on, Rick, don't give me this.
I'm getting better now.
No, you're not getting better.
I have a smoothie every day.
Yeah, but I've told you before, that's largely sugar.
No, a homemade one.
I don't care, Rick. That's not enough. It can't counteract, right? This is Ricky Gervais's idea of healthy eating, right? We'll be in the canteen at the BBC. He'll go, I'm going to eat healthy today, which means he'll have 2 slices of pizza instead of pizza and chips. That's basically that's his theory, right? And it's like, I don't know what, because he can't eat anything which doesn't sting the roof of his mouth with flavour. So like, for instance, he's always got headaches, he's always got a headache. Okay, that's because you just drink coffee and Coke, you never drink water, your body is dehydrated, and I said, drink a glass of water, no, boring. It's boring, water. I don't know if we were in the desert, stranded, boring. It's boring, Steve, I'll wait till the next cafe. Right, and sometimes he'll go like, oh, I'll have a salad, right? He'll get like a feta cheese salad, right? And he'll eat the little bits of feta cheese, leave the salad. Then he goes downstairs and goes, I'm still hungry. It didn't fill me up, that salad. I go, no, what didn't fill you up was the 200 milligrams of goat cheese that you ate. That's what didn't fill you up. So this should be a campaign. I don't know whether I can observe it, people could sponsor him, something. Just eat healthy, we could do it for some kind of big charity.
Fruit.
I don't think the fruit's the issue,
I can't, if you mash it, I'll eat anything.
Rick, I'm not saying that you don't eat a certain amount of fruit. I'm saying that everything else you eat is unbalanced and it's just rich with fat and it's awful. Yeah. It's sausages, it's beans. You're such a working class scum, aren't you? It's the smell of chip fat is all around him. Do you know what I mean? It's like, even when you can't smell it, you know it's there, seeping through his veins. I imagine when he was growing up, it was just chip fat in the house, just a big...
It was.
Oh, constantly boiling.
There was always chips on with everything,
exactly.
Or fried.
Do you want Weetabix in the morning? Deep fat fry that. It's such scum. And now it's like, oh yeah, my palate, I can't eat anything. It's got no flavour. Everything's got to have cheese on it. Sprinkling Parmesan cheese. More Parmesan cheese. And if someone doesn't give him a whole tub of Parmesan cheese when you're in a restaurant, even though he's ordered a lobster or whatever, he's like, he sort of has a go at the waiter, or not to their face, obviously he's too much of a coward, but he'll say to me, he should have left the cheese, he's so cheap with the cheese, they don't give me any cheese. He just gave you 3 bucketfuls. Oh, it's a cheese, more cheese here. It's pathetic. So I just think we should do something because I'm panicked, I'm worried, I'm worried.
I've started working out a little bit. I sort of work out twice or 3 times a week.
I don't think that's going to counteract it, Rick.
And I drink water through the night when I wake up and I'm dehydrated.
From all the booze you've just drunk?
Yeah, and I have a smoothie in the morning, don't I?
You know what my views are on the smoothies. I don't think that's counteracting.
You're anti-smoothie. You're anti-smoothie.
Because I don't think it's counteracting all the other problems.
You have got a problem. There's nothing wrong with the smoothie.
Right, fine. Okay, well, if you're happy to carry on as you are.
Yeah, go on.
Badly Drawn Boy obviously has done the soundtrack to this new film About a Boy, which has got Hugh Grant in it, and obviously this current single, what's it called, the current one that's out? Silent Sign, that's being played on XFM, but this is another track from this album, which is the soundtrack, lots of little bits of filler, bits of musical instrumental stuff, but all of it's very nice. This is a cracking tune, track 3, Something to Talk About.
Lovely.
Yeah, good tune that, I think. Sarah and Lauren have emailed in. They said they wanted something from Elliott Smith or maybe Jimmy Webb. That's actually produced by the producer of Elliott Smith. And
is that I haven't brought any Jimmy Webb into that.
No, we'll maybe play that next time.
I'll play some next week.
That's Badly Drawn Boy, though, from the soundtrack to this film About a Boy, and that's called Something to Talk About.
We've only got the stuff in the library. Do they want 4 non-blondes? Because we've got that in the library, haven't we?
The best of Tony Basil.
And we've got just about every song that In Excess ever recorded.
Exactly. We don't play enough In Excess,
I don't think we do we?
No,
I can't believe it. XFM 104.9 coming up. White Van Karl.
White Van Karl. I was obviously out with Karl last night. A lot of people don't realise this because we went out. There's what's the name of that evening?
Marketplace, extracurricular.
Extracurricular, yeah. Various XFM DJs go down there and just play an eclectic mix.
Just spin some tunes off.
Absolutely. I'm thinking of doing it in a couple of weeks, Rick. And obviously, my turntablist skills now are pretty something to behold. I tell you this, I did an amazing mix the other day with my friend Dan. We spent 2.5 hours on it. This is how we spend our evenings now. 2.5 hours mixing from a trip hop sort of hip hop style beat into Arthur's Theme by Christopher Cross.
Great.
When you get caught between the moon and New York
Written by
City.
4 people.
4 people.
Bacharach, Carol Bayasaga, Christopher Cross, and a 4th one.
Absolutely.
Phone in
if you know that.
Maybe we should.
But
who knows the 4th person credited on that tune?
If only there were a prize.
700 800 1 2 3 4. Also, I want someone else to phone in. Right? I saw an advert. Right, there's those advert toys. I think it must be. Is it because it's Easter holidays or something?
Right.
I was watching today, and there's one of those Transformer type things, and it goes in its shield. It strikes and then goes into its shield, and it goes into a little pod. And I'm sure it was called a bowlock.
Right.
Now I must have misheard it. There's no way you can call a little kid's toy a bowlock. So can you phone in? I'm quite willing to be wrong. It'd be very disappointing, but are people making little bowlocks for kids? No.
Yeah.
Oh wait, 700 800 1234. And what was the other question?
was there the other question was who
was
was
the
the
fourth
fourth
person
person
who
that
wrote-
wrote Arthur's theme?
Yeah.
When you get caught between the moon and New York City.
It's crazy,
fantastic.
but it's true. Yeah.
The only thing you can do is fall in love, Carl. But I was out with Carl last night, obviously party animal. You know, he's hanging out with some of my friends. You enjoyed yourself, didn't you, Carl?
That's all right.
But you were a bit worried about Jennifer Lopez, weren't you?
Yeah.
What was the concern?
I don't really know what's going on in the pop world.
You're joking.
No.
Go on.
And I was here in the toilets, right? And I heard it playing out on the speaker, and I heard the DJ go, "There you go, that's Left Eye Lopez there."
That's not.
And I thought, it's Jennifer Lopez.
No, it's the little one.
She had some sort of eye injury.
That was
You
genuinely-
thought he was breaking the news of
Yeah.
Jennifer Lopez losing an eye
I
by
thought-
calling her Left Eye Lopez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's genius.
Don't worry, we put him right. It's okay. He
Yeah.
slept easy.
Yeah.
But you were worried for a while, weren't you? You were anxious for a while.
I had no idea. And the thing is, I heard that on like Thursday, so for like 3 days I've been thinking,
You've been panicking.
why she called that? Because she changed her name before, hadn't she, to J-Lo
J-Lo.
or something.
Yeah.
So I thought, you know,
Yeah.
if she got some people after her, if she owes someone money, keep
Yeah.
changing her name.
That was What by Gabrielle and Rise.
Anyway, more music, Ray?
Oh, I'd love to.
So
Yeah,
you
what have you got lined up there, Carl?
Beta band.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah,
fine.
yeah,
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 yeah. Sweet. Sure.
Respect,
Yeah,
total respect for that.
yeah,
Massive
yeah,
respect.
yeah, yeah,
for
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah, no, Jew, yeah, no, absolutely. Huge respect.
Black Velvet Motorcycle Club there. Spread your love on XFM 104.9. I'm loving this, Steve. It's a lovely day.
Yep.
We're
We're playing some great
We're
music.
playing some great tunes, aren't we?
Absolutely.
We're having some great chat.
Yeah, yeah.
So let's carry on. Let's
Well,
continue.
absolutely. Well, obviously, Carl was out with me last night, and he saw that I'm, you know, he knows I'm a ladies' man, and that was obvious, Carl. You could see the vibe around me, couldn't you, when the chicks were talking to me. And just remembered recently, actually, I was on a train coming back from hometown Bristol, and I was on the train, and this girl walks on, good-looking girl. I thought, hey, up, largely empty carriage. I'm thinking, my luck's in. You know, because I take every opportunity, Carl. That's the thing about me. You know, I don't choose. She was a good-looking girl. She sat down. I thought she sat down right near me. I thought, brilliant. As this guy comes up behind her, and I think it's probably a boyfriend or something. Sits down next to her, and I listen in on the conversation, you know, because I'm pretending to read. It was very clever. I read the same page for hours. So I was pretending to listen. I was listening but pretending to read. And I realised that it's not her boyfriend or anything. It's just some guy she's met on the platform. And I'm thinking, brilliant. If she's the kind of girl who's just going to start talking to someone, you know, on a platform, on a train, brilliant, I'm going to be in here. Because he was only going one stop. So I'm thinking, what's the worst that can happen? He'll nick off, you know, I'll get chatting to her, you know, and who knows, I could join the... is there a train equivalent?
Foot High Club.
The Foot High Club, brilliant. And so I'm excited, you know, I'm listening in. And it turns out that they're both kind of graduates, they've just finished university, or they're coming to their finals or something. And they're chatting away, you know, and he's making a couple of witticisms, you know. And she's kind of tittering at his jokes. I'm thinking, well, I'll tell you this, if she's laughing at this kind of material, I am going to blow her away, you know, with my kind of anecdotes and wry observations, you know. 'Cause
Yeah.
it was weak stuff, I've got to be honest.
Really?
He was coming out with nothing. He was running on empty, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
And she was loving it. So I'm thinking, brilliant, I'm going to be right in here. And then they get moving on to higher brow things, you know, and I think she was going to study kind of Marxism or something like that, or communism, something. And she was asking him, you know, by way of conversation, she was asking him what he knew about Marxism, you know. And he was fumbling for his vague knowledge of it that he had in his life.
Yeah.
And I'm just sat there thinking, yeah, come on, love, in any given capitalist environment, the proletariat will revolt against their oppression
Wow.
by the bourgeoisie, and after a brief period of socialist rule, emerges as a classist society governed by community cooperation.
Well, if
you know.
that sort of talk wouldn't get a woman hot, I don't
Come
know.
on,
I don't
Rick.
know what you'd use.
If
then,
Marx and Engels is not
Doesn't-
going to get a woman sweaty down below,
I
then
know.
nothing is.
No.
Then my name is
You're
not
just
Steve
biding
Merchant.
your time, yeah?
Exactly. I
Yeah,
thought,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just
yeah.
going to go in for the kill any
Yeah,
minute.
yeah.
So anyway, it comes to his stop, right? He gets out. I'm thinking, this is a piece of cake. And he gets off, and off he goes. He walks off. And I'm thinking, brilliant. And I thought, I'll wait till the train's pulled away. I'm not going to leap in straight away.
No.
And he comes back along the carriage. And I'm thinking, hang on a minute. He goes, listen, do you mind if I give you my email address?
Oh.
Right? And if you want to get in touch, email me. I'm thinking, come on, you loser. Get off now. Save your face, please,
Yeah.
before it's too embarrassing. She accepts the email address because she obviously doesn't want to hurt his feelings, whatever. I'm thinking, fair enough. She's a good woman. I'm liking her. I'm
Yeah.
loving her. I'm thinking, that's my kind of girl. So anyway, he gets off. I'm sat there, the train pulls away. I'm thinking, yeah, I'll wait a few minutes, you know, I'll just, you know, give it some time. Her phone rings. It's her friend on the phone. And she starts to it, and I was listening in, and she was going, yeah, just met a guy on the train. I'm thinking, yeah, that's true enough. She goes, yeah, he was a good-looking guy. I thought, you're having a laugh, love. To be honest. Because I was looking at him, and she said to her friend, he looks a bit like tennis player Boris Becker. I thought, well, you should be so lucky frankly, because I saw him. He had awful facial hair, if that's what makes him look like Boris Becker. Terrible little goatee beard. It was laughable. I thought, I don't know. And then she goes to think, and she's like, yeah, I met him, we got chatting and stuff, you know. And she was going, it's not often that you meet someone, you know, generally in life, who's, you know, kind of thoughtful and intelligent and funny. I thought to myself, I'm not even going to waste my time with you, love. Frankly, if that's what you thought of him.
You just walked away.
And I'll be honest with you, I didn't even bother talking to her.
No, you were just
didn't even
above
waste
it.
my time with
If
her.
she thinks that bloke is not
If
only
she
a
thought
great
he was
looking,
funny,
but
great
funny
looking-
and intelligent, and she got on well, and he was polite, and it was a chance meeting, and he thought, and
Ludicrous.
she thought that you were like a freaky looking dork who didn't even have the nerve to
If
speak.
that is what
if that's
she
what
was
she
thinking,
thinks,
then
then
I
she's
don't
not-
want to know her.
I couldn't. You walked away, and good luck to you.
And I have my dignity intact.
Yes, and she's nothing. Travis, Flowers in the Window on XFM 104.9. Well, coming to that time where we do White Van Man.
Absolutely, with producer Karl.
And Carl's also going to be telling us his slant on fables, on Aesop.
Absolutely.
I was out with Karl. I know I shouldn't be.
Yeah, well, I broke the rule as well.
I
last
know.
night.
Well, I was out with him the night before, I think, and we were just chatting. And as you know, we're going to Edinburgh for a week.
Yeah, that's all three of us.
That's all three of us. Yeah.
There wasn't. I just wondered for a minute if there was some arrangement you two had made, like next
No.
weekend, just popping out there seeing the sights.
Yeah. No, we're going to do a week's broadcasting from the Edinburgh Festival. And, you know, and Carl's going, I bet you lie in, don't you, and all this. And I was going, well, yeah. He's going, well, he wants to be up at 9:30 and out looking at the sights, you know what I mean? Yeah. But anyway, and I said, have you ever had haggis? And he went, it's black pudding in it. I went, no, it's mince. He went, I like mince. I went, yeah, but wait, it's mince in a sheep's stomach, right? And he went, what, they force feed a sheep, then kill it? Imagine that, Carl.
It makes sense, though, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't make sense. They force feed a sheep mince, and then kill it till its stomach's nice and full, and they go, oh, this one's full, kill it, before it starts digesting it. Of course they don't. It's a membrane they've... And the other one, he was talking about, like, he likes Richmond Park. He goes, I like to see all the deers. I went, it's deers, plural, you don't need to say deers. I try and educate whenever I can.
What's that one?
I said,
that deer is already plural.
Yeah, deer is plural. I said, you know, like sheep or fish, so you can say fishes. And we were laughing at us. I said, do you know the plural of mongoose? Because a lot of people would think it would be mongoose. It's not, it's mongooses. Do you know what Karl said?
Plural of mongoose.
Mongoose, yes.
Plural of mongoose.
It's worth a competition. No, it's not, no.
No, go on.
Karl, what did you think the plural of mongoose was?
Mongs.
Play a record after this White Van Man.
Do you want to play,
Oh, let's play a bit of Dylan, yeah. This is a beautiful track. It's Just Like a Woman. Well, I think that's a beautiful record. It's by Bob Dylan, and it's Just Like a Woman. And Karl went. He's got his headphones on, so he's speaking a bit loud.
The harmonica's playing.
In a whiny mank accent when the harmonica's going. That's an annoying sound, that, isn't it? God.
Oh, bless him.
Bob Dylan there. An annoying sound there.
did you hear about...
The annoying sound of Bob Dylan. That could be a new album.
Yeah, yeah.
Just that sort of sound always reminds me of a one-man band.
Yeah.
Have you heard the story about Leo Sayer with his song One Man Band?
No?
Years ago. What year was... Oh, God.
I'm in the mood for dancing.
What's the song that he did about a one-man
I'm
band?
a one-man band, it was called.
Right, yeah.
Funnily enough. Go
Yeah,
on.
he did that, one-man band, and he was playing it at the Dominion Theatre.
Yeah.
And apparently, whenever he sort of sang this song, he got the audience involved. And the line in it was, I'm a one-man band.
Nobody knows or understands. Is there anybody there can lend me a hand
Right.
to my one-man
He
band?
said that, and what he used to do, he used to reach out
Oh, yeah.
and grab people's hands, and then he'd walk down the middle. Anyway, he said, won't anyone lend me a hand? And he stuck his hand out, grabbed like a hand, and was walking down. Everyone looked horrified. And some woman who had like a plastic hand, it had come off. And he was walking down the middle of like Dominion Theatre with his plastic hand in his hand. And he said, oh, that's a moment I won't forget.
He knows how to tell a story, Leo Sayer.
Right, well, it's time for White Van Man, which is where we ask Karl the questions that the Sun asks someone else.
Exactly.
It's an article in there where they ask them, typical man on the street, the big questions of the day, gives them their platform to the nation, and we think this is just too good to let out, because we only care about one person's opinion in the country now.
That's true enough. He's the K-Man, and there he is.
There he is, right.
Karl, your thoughts, please, on Kylie Minogue slagging off Britney Spears for ignoring her fans at her premiere. Are you aware of that story?
No.
She got booed at her premiere of her new film, Britney, because she'd left her fans waiting for like an hour. Some of them had travelled up from Bristol, other parts of the country.
3,000 of them.
Loads of them screaming for her. She just went straight into the theatre an hour late, just gave them a quick wave and straight in. Didn't even bother to shake their hands, sign any autographs. So they were booing.
What do you think of that, Karl?
And Kylie's obviously said that was actually outrageous, and you should treat your fans with respect. What do you make of it?
So she did wave. Like,
Yeah, but literally as she was walking into the theatre.
was it raining?
No, I don't think it was.
He's like a defence lawyer.
Yeah.
Who hasn't really read the brief.
Exactly. He's just winging it.
Judge, first joke, was it raining? No? Oh, shit, I was relying on that. It wasn't raining.
Was she running late for the start of the film?
Yes, but that's her own fault. I mean, the people are inside. They're not going to start the film without her. It's Britney Spears.
Yeah.
She could take some time out. You know, when Tom Cruise came here, he spent like an hour and a half shaking people's hands, talking to people on their mobile phones, all sorts. That's Tom Cruise. He's a bigger name than Britney.
I know, but
He's a smaller person, but he's a bigger name.
What do people want from people? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, good
An
point.
autograph, things like that, a photo.
This one's going nowhere, Steve. Is there another one?
Fair enough.
It's not bad. If she had more time, she might have done it. I bet she would have done it on another day. I mean, I'm not feeling too good today. I mean,
But you're going to still take time out to sign people's autographs, surely, when you leave the building.
Yeah, there's always a bit of a crowd, isn't there?
next.
Go on.
What do you make of New York's ex-police chief saying we need more bobbies on the beat? He's come over here. He's the guy that sorted out crime in New York City. He's come over. He said you're going all over the place here. You need more bobbies on the beat, more policemen, a visible police presence.
There was something last week about some copper in London who was sat on a bench, and he was asleep or something.
Oh, yeah.
And people were like outraged because like he should be looking after England's people, not nodding off on a park bench, which is a bit daft because
They were shouting he should be looking after England's people.
He should be looking after England's people.
Was this the 16th century you went back to? What do you mean he should be looking after England's people?
wherever he was, if he was in like a park somewhere,
Yeah.
they were like really annoyed because he was asleep. But
Sure.
the
He's
way I
probably
look at it,
undercover.
No, but the thing is, if there would have been any trouble, I'm sure he would have woke up.
Yeah.
If there was any if someone needed help and they screamed, he would have woke up. So I don't know why they were having a go at him.
Yeah.
And,
And he might not have been there at all. So it was
Yeah.
he probably have his radio turned on, didn't he?
Yeah.
Listening to Heart.
So you're not concerned then that there's not the crime's going
I
up?
think there's enough. I see quite a lot of them whizzing around.
Okay. You're happy then?
Yeah.
As
As long as you're happy, Karl.
So you don't think it's too much crime?
No.
Just the right amount of crime.
Yeah.
What about the fact that new gambling laws give Blackpool the green light to become a British Las Vegas? What do you make of that? Are you a gambler?
Little bit when I go on holiday, like going in the arcade and having a little flutter.
Sure.
What's your favourite?
I have a
sort
go
of-
on the fruit machines.
Yeah.
There's a good one called The Simpsons.
Right.
Is that your favourite?
Yeah, it's quite good.
Is that a tie-in with the TV show The Simpsons?
Yeah.
Okay.
Will they make Blackpool the next Vegas? I don't think so.
No, nor
Can't
do
see
I.
it happening.
No. You've been to Blackpool?
Yeah.
What was it? Was anything?
It's a bit rank.
Is it?
It is a bit rough.
Okay.
Needs a lot of work doing on it.
Yeah.
No, that won't happen.
Okay.
And you're not worried about this encouraging gambling, generally? Gambling's not a vice you're concerned about?
If you're a gambler, you're a gambler. Do you know what I mean? If Blackpool isn't done up, they'll go somewhere else to have a flutter.
Sure.
So it's not going to make any difference.
Okay.
No.
Okay, jolly good. And what do you make of the So Solid crew's Ashley Walters being jailed for 18 months? Obviously not a very good example to his young fans.
He should have got more.
Do you think?
I had a dream about him the other night.
Go on.
About the group itself.
Okay.
I had a dream that...
Were they all there? Because there's a
Yeah,
lot of them.
all of
I
them.
couldn't remember all their faces to feature in a dream.
I had a T-shirt on.
He had etc.
Exactly,
He had
yeah.
two of them, then he had etc. Yeah.
I had a T-shirt on.
You had a T-shirt on?
Yeah, and it said on my T-shirt, "So solid poo." And I was walking down the street, and they came towards me. And they were
Wow.
just about to beat me
That's
up.
a
and I woke up.
great dream.
That's amazing.
That's an amazing
I love that.
dream.
We've
For
all
a
had
30-year-old.
We've all had that anxiety dream. Oh my goodness, what if I
no.
meet the So Solid crew and I'm wearing a
God.
T-shirt that slags them off?
Oh, I don't believe it. Yeah, yeah.
So what happened? Did you get beaten up in the
It was
dream?
one of them where I woke up Do you know I've been telling you that I keep getting them things where you feel like you're falling?
Oh, yeah.
It was the same sort of thing. It's
You
like,
know I'm not a real psychiatrist, don't you? You should, you know
no,
what I
but
mean?
you do know a lot about a lot.
Yeah, I do, thanks very much.
And, you know, if I'm at home talking to Suzanne about something and I don't know the answer, I think, right, I'll ask Ricky that one soon.
Yeah.
Thanks.
But you know that, I think you might have mentioned before that apparently if you die in a dream, it means that you're dying in real life.
Yeah, well, that's it. If you don't...
But apparently if you get beaten up by the So Solid crew in a dream, it means you're being beaten up by them in real life.
Yeah, that is true.
So you probably woke
a
up
lot of
with
people have
pummeling
been
your
joking.
face.
Yeah.
Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying.
So, yeah, lock him up for longer.
Okay. Finally, what do you make of Halle Berry becoming the first black woman to win the Best Actress Oscar? Did you see her speech?
Got on my nerves.
Did it?
I mean, you know, it's good that she won. You know, it's nice for anyone to win an award.
Yeah.
But she did go on a bit. And, you know, I've been in that same sort of position.
What? Claiming an Oscar?
Well, I got, what they used to do at school is,
Okay.
if you did a full month without being off, you got a gold certificate.
Okay.
And I did a month once without having a day off. And
Sure.
I went up, and I didn't make a fuss.
You didn't start crying.
Can't play a record, mate.
Well done, though. Were you the first kid in your school to do that?
I don't think anyone else got the certificate. It was only because I was never in. They tried to encourage me to come in.
It was just for you. They mounted an entire ceremony just to
Karl
encourage
Award.
you.
Wise words there from Bella Sebastian on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Matchin. Hi, Steve.
Well, I mean, it is indeed wise words, Rick. I'm worried that people are going to get out of the office now and into the sunshine and not be listening to the show.
There's always the transistor radio.
That's true enough. If you're thinking of heading down to the park, take one along.
It is time.
Keep it low, though. Don't want to irritate other people.
No, I know, yeah. And if you do want to irritate them, spit on them, it's better.
Exactly.
And kick them and throw little rocks.
Exactly.
With me, Karl, came in Pilkington. We're into this, way into the second month of the education of Karl. As you know, Karl got 1 GCSE in history and E. And, we've been cramming, haven't we?
Oh,
And,
Rick, before you mention that, can
go
I
on.
just say something? Obviously we always do this thing with the Sun, White Van Man, where we read this thing out from the Sun and query Karl. And I was out with some friends last night, and my friend Dan always listens to the show, and he said, Karl, I love the bit when you answer the questions in the Sun. Why do you ever know what the questions are before they're asked, or is that your first answer? And Karl said, no, that is it. They don't let me see what the questions are first. They don't show them to me, and I always get really anxious and really get really paranoid. And I was just wondering, have you seen the error there, Karl? Have you seen the mistake you've been making? Right? You're worried that you don't get the questions beforehand, right?
What? How could you
maybe combat that? Do you think?
How could you combat that if you're really nervous? Coming
Maybe
up
you
to
wanted
like-
to sort of have some views or ideas beforehand.
It's your error, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's your show. If you want to like take a chance with me.
No.
So
His
that's
point
not
is
the
this: that if you're really worried about it, how could you get hold of those questions in advance? Is there any way you could get hold of those questions in advance?
Yeah, but is it always in today's? Is it always in Saturdays?
Yes,
So they don't do that every day of the week.
they do, but I always take it from this Saturdays.
Right. Well, yeah, I could, but that would cost me money. I'm not on enough as it is
Sure.
working here on a Saturday.
Okay,
How much is the Sun?
30p.
Yeah. Well.
You're not made of money.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
Actually, it's 40p on a Saturday. I don't know what I was thinking.
Well, you were studying Aesop's fables, weren't you, this week? Now, I'm going to be very liberal here and let you talk about it. It's not a test. I'm not, hey man, just like chill out. I'm not this like rigid sort of, box in society. Just tell us your views. Just tell us your vibe on Aesop. Tell us something. What have you learnt from these fables?
He made a bit of money out of something that's quite simple.
I don't know if he did make any money out of it. I mean, I think it was published like thousands of years after his death, but go on.
Yeah, they're just little stories. I mean, enjoyed them.
Yeah.
Didn't learn anything from them.
Okay.
Or did you see? Because it's teaching through sort of like metaphor and analogy, and maybe it all seeps in and it's all subliminal, and maybe in a way your
but
subconscious
it's
is
silly.
teaching you.
No, it's
If-
silly,
if-
Rick.
if-
It is silly.
If the stories were done in like a real way, that there's like a man and a woman, and it's a little story that something happened to them in life, then you learn something. But it's all about, a gorilla and a fox are walking through the woods. How often does that happen?
Sure. So you're saying if it was more like
If,
kind
it's,
of
if it was more true to life,
If it was more like- maybe,
if it was
maybe
more
mates
like
of yours.
real
Yeah.
stories, like a kid on his grifter and a magpie pecking at his head, or two frog boys with webbed hands. I mean, if it was real stories from real life,
That people could believe
Yeah,
actually
that-
happened.
maybe, you know, it would teach us something.
But why not do that? Like, take a real situation. Say, like, the So Solid Crew guy
Yes.
going down for carrying a gun. Use that in some way. Do you know what I mean?
As a warning, maybe about carrying guns.
What about something like if you carry guns and that is illegal, you could have some sort of punishment?
Yeah, that's
Good.
good.
So
Yeah, that's what
it
you
doesn't
mean,
bother
yeah.
you then that the fact that these fables have been used for many, many generations to educate maybe young children or even older people. The fact that they've served a brilliant function and they've become classics, that doesn't bother you? You've seen through them?
Well, they don't always work.
Okay.
When I was out with Rick the other day, he brought one up.
Oh, I told him the one about the two mice, the industrious mouse who, throughout the summer, he would be storing berries, nuts and berries, and he'd be storing it, and the other mice would just be eating off the trees and running around and having a laugh. And they go, well, you're going to become hungry. They go, oh, I'll worry about that when it comes to it. And they'd do that, and he'd be storing his nuts and berries, and autumn came, and the mouse was still playing and not doing anything. And then winter came, and the silly mouse was like shivering, and he went and knocked on the mouse's door and went, I'm freezing and I'm starving. And the clever mouse said, well, I told you, didn't I? You know, you should have been storing your nuts through winter like I did. Come in and share mine. You know. And, what did you say, Carl?
Well, and the moral of that is whatever.
Yeah, you know, sort of, you know, just be careful. But my thing is that it's not very good, because the moral of that is do what you want, and there's always a do-gooder, a share there.
Yeah,
So,
right, sure.
yeah.
But the way I think, which is more sort of 2002, the ending should have been, you know, the guy with all the berries should have been like, yeah, no, I'll be all right come the winter. I've got loads of food. I'll be safe. But then, as he's going into his little hut at the beginning of the winter, some sort of bus or something comes and kills him,
Right.
and it's like,
You should have partied hard because you
Yeah.
might die.
yeah, enjoy life whilst you've got it.
Yeah. Okay, and if winter comes, just starve to death.
Well, you know, worry about tomorrow.
Okay. Okay.
That's
See,
my
I'm
little
wondering
fable.
if there's a new book here. I really am wondering if there's a
Oh,
Karl's
right.
Fables.
He's been coming out with some all week. He keeps going, well, that's a fable, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what's your favourite fable in there? Have you learned anything from this book? To get, you know, is there one fable you liked?
Yeah, I mean,
What
they're
did you
all,
like?
they're all alright.
What did you like?
You've thrown it on me now, there.
Didn't you like one about a crab, you said?
No, that was the one about messing about on a cliff edge or something. Don't
What-
mess about on a cliff edge. Well,
What was that?
I don't know. There's not many around here, so I didn't take much interest in that one. You know what I mean?
God.
Um,
I'm doing my best here. I'm
You don't
dying.
remember
yeah,
any?
here's one.
Go
Yeah,
on.
here's one that was quite nice. There was a belly, you know, like your stomach.
Yeah.
And it's this belly on a pair of legs, and the legs was saying, "I'm more important than you because I carry you around," and the belly said, "Yeah, but you know, if it weren't for me holding all this food, you wouldn't have the energy to walk around."
Yeah.
And that means, like, you know, rather than working on your own, it's best to work in a team.
Yeah.
So,
Well, the one similar to that I was taught when I was little was a vision of heaven and hell, and it went down to hell, and in hell, right, there was these people had like 20-foot long chopsticks,
yeah.
and they were getting their food, and they couldn't get the chopsticks into the food and get it round to their mouth because they were just too long.
Right.
Right, and that was hell. And in heaven, they had exactly the same thing, but they were feeding each other.
What? Right.
You don't like Chinese food? Is that what you're concerned? Is that what your concern is, Carl?
No, I'm just.
See, the one I remember, and I can't remember the ending of it, it's about two nuns in a bath.
Yeah, oh, I know.
I can't remember what it is.
Yeah,
Remember
that's
that
it,
one?
yeah.
Or are they on a bike? maybe?
That's two adventures. It's the same nuns, but
It's
they
the
go
same
to all
nuns.
sorts of adventures. They're
They're normally quite erotic adventures.
Well, they are, but there's one when they're driving down a cobbled street, I remember.
Oh, go on, go
And
on.
then there's the other, then of course they get... Whalebones on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais. With me, Steve Merchant,
Hello
and
there.
Karl. Well, Karl, I really don't think you got your teeth into the fables, really. I don't think you...
There wasn't anything to learn. I read a couple, thought, yeah, that's all right, and put it down again. There wasn't anything to learn. It was all stuff I knew already, but made up with nice little foxes and bears and stuff. So
Yeah. But that one about, like, that one we spoke about, like, when the hares are going, we should share all our food, and the lion said, that's a good argument, but you haven't got it hasn't got the teeth and claws that we've got. That's lovely, because it's sort of like, you know, that's an indictment on sort of, you know, you could say it's an anti-equality almost. You know, you could get really sort of deep into that. You know what I mean? You could. No.
Big
All right.
philosophical ideas in a nutshell. Not interesting.
No, not really.
Okay.
Okay then, well, you're going to hate this then. I've brought in the concise Oxford Dictionary of Quotations. Now, just look at some of your favourites. I'd suggest going straight to things like Wilde, or Newton, or Churchill, or
You're a big fan of
Keats.
Churchill?
Yeah,
like
oh
Keats.
well, he's the boy. Yeah, right, okay, let's go through that old Kramer, blah, blah. Newton, right, right, here's a famous one, okay? This is Isaac Newton. If I have seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants.
Do you like that one?
So there's a meaning in it.
Yeah.
Well, he hasn't actually stood on the shoulders of giants.
So remember, he's an amazing inventor and mathematician, and he discovered the incredible laws of the universe, and he's saying, yeah, okay.
If you want a good view, move into a multi-story.
He's saying, right? He's saying, if I have seen further than the people, and he's being modest here, it's because I've stood on the shoulders of giants to get that view.
If it weren't for all the people that have come before him with their great insight and knowledge, he wouldn't have seen what he's seen.
He's taken his learnings, and those people have given
Why
him
just say that? Instead of making up, that's what I've got a problem with. People don't say what they mean.
Poetry, art, and
in life though, people never say what they actually mean, and you know, there's loads of books on it. I don't know.
But the point is that he's just summarised quite a tricky idea, beautifully.
It's beautiful. That gets into you much deeper than just the words, just the literal words. You know what I mean?
One of my favourites is from an American novelist, and the quote is talking about the subject of fame and being famous.
Yeah.
Fame is a mask that eats into the face. Don't you think that's amazing?
Meaning?
Well, meaning that fame is something that is artificial, that you wear initially, you become famous, but it's ethereal, it's nothing, it's intangible, it's just an artifice. But if you stay famous long enough, you begin to think that mask you're wearing is really your real face, so that you begin to, you know, think that you are more than you perhaps are. Do you see what I mean? In the way that fame and power can corrupt.
I know who said that.
No, it's an American novelist, I forget his name.
Yeah, it's alright. Yeah, there's something in that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Pick another one. Right.
Yeah, let's have a look. Bernard Shaw, he's no slouch.
I think maybe when you take this book of quotations home, Karl, you should maybe just draw up maybe a list of 3 or 4 of your favourites and tell them next week.
I want to do Shaw, Wilde. I look at Shakespeare as well. You know, he's.
What you a fan of Shakespeare?
No.
Go on. What's your problem with it?
Just the way they speak.
Sure.
I can't follow it.
Yeah.
Do you like West Side Story?
It's really old as well. I can't relate to it. It's like years and years ago, isn't it? That's why I like Churchill. Because
1940s.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at this. This is Shaw. Okay. There are 2 tragedies in life. One is not to get your heart's desire. The other is to get it.
Again, how would you see that in your little?
Well, that's one homework then. I'll mark that. That's your homework. You've got to work that out. You've got to tell me what you think of it.
Say again?
Don't ask Suzanne. It's there. Right. There are 2 tragedies in life. One is not to get your heart's desire. The other is to get it. Okay? Take that home with you. And we'll be hearing Karl come up with some amazing quotations next week.
Yeah, pick out your favourites.
Now I'd like to play a song for the lovers while he's thinking.
No, I don't think we've got the lovers lined up.
Oh, what have we got?
Bit of hip-hop. It's hip-hop hooray.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, everyone's a big fan. I played something from this last week. It's this new album from Nerd, In Search Of. It's been re-recorded by the lads. I don't know why. And anyway, it's particularly good. We played last week Things Are Getting Better. This is the one we have played with in the past, actually. Bobby James.
Doves, there goes the fear on XFM 104.9. Well, just read that book anyway. Can I just say, this is one of a beautiful. Is Keats, right? What do you think of this? A thing of beauty is a joy forever. Its loveliness increases. It will never pass into nothingness.
See, this is just like how it was at school now. The last couple of weeks I've been quite interested in what you've been giving me. Now it's really like,
okay.
I really don't care.
Now what about this? Now
I'm not
I did philosophy, and philosophy is obviously the quest for knowledge. And it's look. Listen to this though. This is what Keats came out with. Philosophy will clip an angel's wings. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
Don't be constrained by what's, dream a little, you know what I mean? Just go beyond. I don't agree with it, but it's a lovely bit of poetry.
Yes.
Yeah? So you're going to read that for me, are you, Karl? Yeah?
Just pick out 5 of your favourites.
Yeah.
The ones that mean something to you.
And then next week I'll bring you in pictures of animals.
Brilliant.
Okay?
We'll do it.
Okay, and some sweets.
Rick, I've had a word with some of the top brass here. Or they had a word with me in the corridor. If you remember when
Did
we
they
started...
say, who are you?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Oi, 4 eyes.
Yeah.
And, no, they said they were saying, obviously enjoy the show, they love it. And, they're just worried, though, that in the early days when we started the show, you remember we were a lot more informative. We used to do the film reviews, there was things like the gig guide and stuff like that. Sure. Which we've kind of let go by the wayside.
Yeah, they want us to bring that.
Well, exactly, so I just want
No, the gig guide, I was worried that, funnily enough, the XFM gig guide does not include some of the biggest bands in the world.
Okay, all right.
Or some of the best venues. That's what worried me.
Look, Rick, just do what you're told, all right?
Oh, is it better?
There's the gig guide. It's got
it got
big,
better?
It's got a lot
Am I
of big
gonna be
names on it.
impressed?
You're going to love the gig guide.
I need a
week.
bet if this is going to be pretty impressive.
Let's play the proper jingle.
Okay. Tonight, if you want to, if you want to see these two bands in a small venue, get down to the Metro Bar on Oxford Street. Doors are at 8 p.m. and tickets are only £6 to see 10 Benson and Beach Buggy. Alright? Now, if you missed Longwave, supporting the Strokes at Brixton Academy last night, you can catch them headlining Casino Royale at the Monarch.
Rick, I missed them last night. How much will I be paying for that?
You'll only be paying £5, right? But listen, they're also supported by Shelby and I Remember Nothing.
Brilliant.
Now, people know about the Brixton Academy, but a little-known venue in Brixton is the Windmill. And you're going to see 3 great bands there tonight. Guapo, Plonkes, and Mechanical Beetles Never Quite Warm. So, Orange Goblin and Grand Magus play the garage. And, Diefenbach and Sudden play the Rotar sessions at Notting Hills Arts Club. So that's the gig guide on XFM.
What a load of rubbish. I mean, switch off the jingle. Look at this. We've discussed this before, haven't we? Names for bands that will never be anything.
Ladies and gentlemen,
please welcome to the stage, Mechanical Beetles Never Quite Warm. Please welcome to the stage, Plankweth. Please welcome to the stage, Orange Goblin. Oh, goodness me. Look at it.
Oh, God. Orange Goblin. Orange Goblin.
It's so rubbish.
What's his name? Got a fake town, hasn't he? That wanted his supermarket sweep. What's his name?
Dale
Winton.
Dale Winton, yeah.
Supporting REM. I Remember Nothing. Never going to happen. Please. Come on, people. Think.
Hey, here's a band that plays big venues. Doesn't make them better, sure. But this is Radiohead. This is Song for the Lovers. And Let Down off OK Computer. This is beautiful. See, a thing of beauty is a joy forever. Doesn't that move you at all, Karl? Philosophy will clip an angel's wings.
There was an old lady from Ealing
who was putting... Radiohead, Let Down off OK Computer. Apparently we missed a gig on that gig guide. Drip Feed are playing the Rock Garden on the 21st of this month.
Excellent.
So the lead singer just called in with that. He also left a quote with me. Apparently Coleridge said of Keats, wasn't it? He's like an archangel slightly damaged.
Rick, I'm worried we're getting a little bit highbrow.
Do you reckon?
Have you got any knob gags you could do quickly? Because I'm just thinking we're switching. There's a lot of people who are going to be turning off. Currently on Capital FM, Chris Tarrant and Dr. Neil Fox together at last. The partnership we've always wanted.
They said it would never happen. Do you know what I'd like to see together? That breakfast DJ, Sarah
Cox.
And who's the dance? Karl.
That'll be Karl Cox.
Karl, please, why are you suddenly saying these rude words? We've been reprimanded once,
don't
Karl,
say
please.
that, and don't say it so aggressively, because it sounds like you're saying Cox aggressively.
Come on, we've been reprimanded.
Yeah.
Alright? Just don't use language like that.
It's annoying me.
Why is it annoying you?
Because
we're talking about DJs, that's their names.
But you try to be clever.
I hardly think that's clever.
You've given me
yeah, if that's my best attempt at being clever.
I've got rubbish homework this week.
Okay, he's really upset about
really
this.
Upset.
He was looking forward to animal facts.
You said you were going to bring in that big book, 500
It's
animal facts.
I got it off one of those bargain books.
So
I thought
what?
it'd be easy, right? Because it's too elementary.
No, but that's more useful than that to me.
But it's things like the tortoise has a shell to protect it.
That's good.
Yeah, but you know...
Because you thought it was there just to be painted on with tippets.
Oh, have you ever peeled a tortoise? They fly. They go about 400 miles an hour. It's to weigh them down because they're the fastest lizards known to man.
Exactly.
Honestly, they run so fast they can go through walls.
Yeah.
And so their shells put on them in the hospital, in the maternity ward, at a very early age, just slow them down. You let a tortoise shout and you won't catch it.
Steve, do you know that turtles can breathe out of the bum?
Turtles can breathe out of their bum. I know someone who can talk out of it, but didn't realise that.
Tell us about that. Tell us about that. How do they do that?
That's all I know. When they go swimming, they can sort of, if they don't want to stick their head out, they can just
stick their arse out.
Yeah.
Why don't they want to stick their head out?
Just if I don't know, maybe they need to be looking for food under the water.
Yeah.
And if they stick their head up to get some air, they might miss something.
Wouldn't it be easier to have an arse that could forage for food? So they could sort of like lounge in the pool like a jacuzzi, and they're looking around going, all right, hello, hiya, and meanwhile its arse is like munching grass.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be easier?
Bad breath.
Well,
I wish I understood what that meant.
Yeah.
In all this
it's
hilarity,
like a quote, isn't it?
But in all that this hilarity, I'm worried we've forgotten the true meaning of Easter. No, come on, Rick, come on. You're just, you're being frothy and lightweight and a little bit rude, but it's a time for remembering
and chocolate
that someone did die for their sins.
Yeah.
So can we just
be ashamed to disappoint him?
Yeah. Can we just think about that and just take a moment just to consider that?
Yeah, can we do that?
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You understand the true meaning of Easter? It's not just about eggs and bunnies. You understand it, don't you?
Yeah.
What's your memory of it? What's your understanding of it, Carl? Easter. What's it all about for you?
What do you have to do at school? Do you have to do anything at school?
I think we got a long weekend off.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
What did they call that weekend?
Easter weekend.
Brilliant.
Okay. And what was the reason for that? Why do we have Easter weekend off?
Jesus.
Yeah. But what did he do?
He put himself on the cross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
he didn't put himself on.
No.
Does it mean anything to you? Are you moved by that story?
Again, too long ago for me to sort of,
okay.
To
worry about
it.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, if there'd have been an Anderson shouter involved,
yeah,
you'd have been there, wouldn't you? You're not well today, are you, Karl?
Not at all. Don't know what's wrong with me today. I've got a bit of a temperature.
Have you?
Do you know Steve? He's always on the go at me. Last night when we were out with his mates, they said he's a bit of a hypochondriac himself.
Did they?
Yeah.
What did they say? What were they saying?
He said, I said, Steve's told me he's not feeling well. Is he all right? You live with him? He said, oh, don't worry about that.
Really?
He's always saying that, and I said, that's a bit of a fable. I said, cry wolf.
Yeah. One day they say I've got a temperature, and they go, oh, I've had the Lemsip, and he'll die.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've learnt my lesson.
Yeah. There was one about the boy who cried wolf. The moral can surely only be never tell the same lie twice. You know what I mean? Because if he'd have come up with a different one, he'd have kept them going all year, I reckon.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I never thought of it like that before.
What are we going to play?
A final tune. Have we got a bit of Suede, haven't we?
Well, it depends.
Let's get a bit of Suede and song for the ladies. Let's go
we
over.
What's it?
What is it?
It's only the football one. It's only the football.
Don't say that. Yeah, give us your song.
What's the football? What's the match? What's this? The gig guide is Long Wave and Guapo and Plancos. What's this? What's the football match? What are the football matches XFM covering?
Don't know. What
Come
song
on.
would you like?
Track 8.
The Bolton versus Barnsley.
You don't like sport though, do you? A lot of people who do.
Huh?
A lot of people who do. Right, track 8. What are we going for then?
We're going for it's a bit of Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
And I think it's quite a short song though, Carl. Are you sure?
No, that's cool. Yeah, it's
cool.
cool.
Okay. You're okay, are you?
Yeah.
So this is the final song.
This lost a lot of energy. This show.
This is it.
I mean, the first hour and 40 minutes I think was dynamite. I think the last 10 have been
But
flagging.
I mean, Carl, he was full of life. He was answering the questions and stuff, and now
And he got fed up. He got fed up with the quotations. He didn't like us mentioning Radio 1 DJs such as Sarah
Cox
and Karl.
Oh, Cox.
Yeah, he didn't like that.
Sorry, everyone.
That was the Travis, and some flowers through my window. This is XFM 104.9 of a Saturday afternoon, just gone 6 minutes past 1. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant.
Hello
Hi.
there, hi. Good to talk to you.
Karl Pilkington is over there.
All right.
Hey. Keeps it real.
Yeah.
Respect, Karl.
Oh.
Rick, I just think, we want to lift off the show straight away.
Yeah.
Into the stratosphere.
Yeah.
And the best way to do that, it seemed to me, was to resurrect a game we used to play when we first began the show in old XFM days. Do you remember the game? Do you remember the game Make Ricky Gervais
Rub me
laugh?
hard.
Rub you hard?
No.
No, that was only in the pilot. We never actually did that on live.
Okay, right.
No, it was the game Make Ricky Gervais Laugh.
Oh, I remember,
And we used to get people, Karl, you probably didn't hear it, we used to get people to sort of send in pictures and jokes and stuff. And if I could make Ricky laugh on air with those
He won a
particular
toffee.
things, then they won a gift of some kind.
Yeah.
Anyway, a lot of emails actually saying people love your laugh, Rick. So in a sense, we're giving the public what they want.
They must be taking the mickey.
But this is a picture I found in today's copy of The Sun, so if you're listening at home and you want to know what the picture looks like, rush out and buy a copy, only 40p.
Yeah.
And,
Are we sponsored by The Sun? We do White Van Man.
Exactly. It amused me straight away, this, because bear in mind,
Right.
it is one of the world's biggest rock stars.
Okay.
Just check out the face.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Look at that.
Oh, that is Michael Stipe. Oh, dear, with sort of like, looking like, I don't know, some sort of Nazi officer. That's not libelous.
That's not like in your opinion, Michael Stipe,
Yeah.
he's outside there during the press conference
Yeah.
for Peter Buck's.
It's not a good picture. I love R.E.M. and I love Michael Stipe. I think he's a lovely man, but that's a bad picture, isn't it?
He's got big glasses on and
Yeah.
stubble, obviously he's got bald head. He doesn't appear to be looking at anything. He's looking right
He's
beyond
like-
everyone else. Can you see that, Karl? I'll tell you who he looks like. He looks like Zig, I think, from Zig and Zag. He looks like
Well,
he is
there
a
you
Muppet
go.
made of foam.
Oh, lovely.
Nice to see that game come back.
Yeah,
with a
the
roaring
medium of
success.
radio.
Yeah.
Oh, what a good picture that is. I hope you enjoyed it. Coming up soon, we've got Sir David of Bowie, Nicholas Cave, and Travis. Flowers in the window again. Play a song. Aerodynamic on XFM 104.9. It's alright. It's alright then.
Uneventful, wasn't it?
Really? So I left a sequel to go in. For a little while.
Yeah. Popped out for a coffee.
Yeah. I don't want to diss the funny little French lads,
Sure.
but, you know.
Try harder.
Are they French?
Yeah, oh god, yeah.
Sorry.
Do you speak much French, Rick?
I speak un peu. Yeah.
I can ask, where is the Tourist Information Bureau? And, I can express my preference in music tastes, and
Yeah.
I can order an Orangina, and that's all I can do.
I know bière, blonde, pression, I think. That means, draft, yeah, French.
Tu aimes la musique folk?
Oh. That's filthy. So what that means, Karl?
No, go on.
Really dirty. Really dirty.
Tu aimes la musique folk?
Yeah, you dirty. you filthy little
Frenchy. Alright.
But,
do you know much French, Karl?
Have you got any fromage?
that'd work.
Cheese or fish?
It's
cheese or fish?
It's cheese.
Would you not care which one you were given? You like both?
I think
That's
when
a whole different kettle of poisson.
Yeah. I just think when you're in a country, you should have a little go.
Yeah, well,
That's a very little go.
yeah. You mean like football hooligans have a little go? What do you mean?
You know, try and have a go at their
Yeah.
their language. And
Well, what I do is I go in there and I point and talk a bit louder than usual in perfect English, and if they don't get it, I go mental,
Exactly.
securing the fact that I've tried my best and they're having a laugh.
And that is the prerogative of all Englishmen.
or just
Yeah.
point.
Point and shout.
Yeah, point and shout. Don't forget, you know, because you can never be foreign if you're English anywhere.
Yeah.
No, they're speaking funny. Just remember that. Yeah?
Yeah.
God save us. Sorry, go on then. You were going to say something else.
Yeah. That picture you were showing me.
Yeah.
I wish we could post one on the website of Karl. Remember we won an award ages ago. What was it called? The British Radio Authority Award.
Yeah.
And we made Karl get in the picture, and he was a bit reticent, but it came nice. But his head is perfectly circular. I put a coin on it, and only the ears popped out from behind the coin. Isn't it perfectly round? Isn't
I
it?
mean, when you've been saying I've got a round head, I was a bit like, yeah, everyone has. Stop having a go.
Yeah.
And then I saw this picture last week. I thought, God, he's right.
Can't we
is
can't we just pop it on the XFM website?
I'd rather not.
I'll go on. Just get
Steve,
someone.
have you seen that man in a jar without a brain?
Sorry, is that something? Is that a product you can buy? in like Sainsbury's?
Is it a dream you had yesterday?
Man in
And
a
you wondered if
jar.
you could. Can I? Yes, hello. Could you make my dream into reality, please? Oh, we can't actually, sir. In plastic would be good.
Sorry, what do you mean?
In the
a man-
future, you'll be
a
able to
man-
download your dreams and then just, like, act them out again, probably in the year 2000 or something.
Soothsayer.
No, there's some museum somewhere
Yeah.
that's got this little fella who was born without a brain, and he's in a jar, and it's just that he's got a really round head.
Right.
And when I saw this picture, I thought, God, it just reminded me of this little fella in
Yeah.
a jar.
Oh, and what do you mean he's born without a brain?
He was born without a brain.
So it's a baby?
He's not a little fella.
Yeah, but it's weird.
Do you know the difference? Do you have conversations with, like, people in prams thinking, that fella's little, and he doesn't talk much?
Yeah.
You know babies aren't, like, little people.
Well, maybe...
Well, they are little people, but I mean, they're not very small adults. They're not like midgets.
They don't do a job of work, is what we're saying.
Yeah, you're very, no. What do you
I
mean?
didn't read about it, I just saw the picture. And
This
it
is
looked
where
like
you're
a
going
man.
wrong, Carl. This is always your mistake. You see the picture, you don't read the little caption.
But what do you
underneath.
mean? How do you think-
guess at what you think the meaning
But
is.
how did you know he didn't have a brain?
He said something like the brainless man.
Yeah, but people say that about you. It doesn't mean you haven't got a spinal cord.
I bet somebody's seen it and knows what I mean. It's a famous picture. It's
Right,
like-
call in 08700 800 1234. Once again, you win a prize if you can tell us what Karl is talking about. Just in general. It's an ongoing competition. We're trying to find some CDs to anyone who knows what Karl is talking about. Stereophonics, Vegas, 2 times. Well, we've had calls confirming that there was indeed, a fetus, or a stillborn child.
A pickled baby.
A pickled baby. No wonder it died. Born without a brain. But everyone has, you know, pointed out that it wasn't a little fella.
It certainly wasn't a little fella.
No.
But because it had been in the jar for a long time, I think it had aged a bit.
What are you basing that on?
You do carry on growing, yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
Well, your ears and your nose.
Your ears and your nose. And your eyes don't grow, so,
Yeah.
you could probably, yeah.
I'll dig it out for you.
Yeah.
Imagine if, like, there was an experiment where they were raising a child just based on the information that we said on the radio. What kind of a person
It was like
would they
download,
be?
yeah, and it
What kind of
just,
information would they
and
have?
it took everything literally.
Exactly.
And I think, yeah, there's no irony or, yeah, it was just.
They just, everything we said they assumed was fact. Everything that Karl said
And
they
any
assumed was fact.
question it had about the world, it could only ask Karl.
Exactly.
And it would
See,
be
now,
his-
this worries me because without wishing to be disrespectful in any way, Karl, you know I think you're the best man on earth. When you have a child, we could be in a situation a bit like that. Do you know, is it a concern for you, do you think, that, like, when your son's growing up, or your daughter, and they're asking you questions, you're conscious, I mean, you yourself have admitted that
Yeah,
you have a sphere of knowledge which you are an expert on.
Ask your mother.
You'd say ask your mother.
That's good.
That's great, fair enough.
That's good.
And I'd play with it. I think I'd be a good dad.
Yeah, I think you would.
But I wouldn't be the one who's shouting at it.
No.
I'd
Who would
just
you
like-
get to shout
I'd
at
like
it? Probably Windsor Davis. He'd be good, wouldn't he? You horrible little man!
Well, you know, I'd tell it the rights and wrong. You don't have to be a really bright person to know the rights and wrong in the world.
Yeah.
No, I think you are bright, Karl.
You are. And at what point in their life would you tell them about the evolution of the baguette? Which you told us.
Or
one
the
week.
story of the bee.
Yes.
That you scored once.
Or the
didn't
2
you?
children. Would you ever get them to meet as maybe like that? They could be godparents. The friends you had at school.
Yeah,
with the webbed hands.
the big heads and
Big
webbed
heads.
They
hands.
weren't my friends.
That weren't friends.
I wish we could track them down.
Oh, that'd be great.
I imagine they're in a zoo. Oh wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
2 big
That's Safari
jars.
Park, yeah.
2 big jars. Industrial strength jars. Oh, dear.
Man.
Guess what?
Go on.
This is one of our last shows. We're going away, I'm afraid, on the 4th of May, isn't it?
I can't remember.
That's our last show, the 4th of May.
Yeah, not forever.
I brought a downer on the whole thing then,
Yeah.
didn't I? There's people cheering. Well, guess who's taken over from us? And I found this out. I was watching Liquid News the other night.
Right.
No one had called me. Zoe Ball.
Well, she's a good presenter, but is this confirmed?
I don't know. Should I have said that?
Is this true?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, yeah, you've done it now.
Yeah.
She was in the other day. You watched it on the telly, so...
Yeah.
But what annoys me is, this is rather like when we got, according to last week's Media Guardian, we got rapped for saying the word cock on the radio. And what we never did we? That was, we had to read that on the internet. No one ever told us
that just slipped out your mouth, didn't it?
What's that, cock?
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway.
And now we don't even get told face to face that Zoe Ball's going to take over.
Yeah, but it was only, like, sorted out the other day, and then when I saw you...
We're allowed to say
yesterday-
ball, aren't we?
Yeah. When I saw
Right.
you yesterday, I said, yeah, it's...
So we're not allowed to say...
Oh.
No. I'm not going to say the word, and we're not going to say... we're not allowed to say the... We are allowed to say the male bird is a cock. We're not allowed to say the other one, but we are allowed to say ball.
Yeah.
What if her and her dad, Bobby, would we be able to say a pair of balls? Would we be able to say that? And I don't know.
I don't think he's part of the deal. So you don't need to.
In fact, if she's listening, call in and confirm it. We'd let her on the air, won't we? As long as she doesn't swear.
Yeah, don't be rude.
Yeah, don't be rude, Zoe.
Blue.
Yeah.
Don't be cheap, basically.
Better warn as well not to leave too much nothing lying around, because it'll be gone. Especially if it's skag. Echo and the Bunnymen. Killing Moon. Good to hear that again.
Yes.
On XFM 104.9.
Who are you?
I'm Ricky Gervais. Who are you?
Steve Merchant.
Who's that funny little round-headed fellow over
Karl Pilkington.
there? Pilky. Pilkers.
Well, she ain't called, so mustn't be true.
I just didn't think we were, being disrespectful to her, because we both think she's a fine presenter, and I think she'd do very well on there, and I think it's a good move as well.
Yeah, but can you just say it's not forever?
Isn't it?
No,
I think she'll become more popular than us.
And I think that'll be the end of us, to be honest.
Well, she can string a sentence together.
I think she'll get lots of PR and everything. And she goes out with Big Boy Slim.
Big Boy Slim.
Who's, you know...
A good DJ.
He's a good DJ. And, is her name Zoe Slim now?
Yeah.
Right. And, you know, there will be nothing. It's 3 months, isn't it, she's taken over for? Is she getting paid the same as us?
I don't know.
We'll find out.
I bet it's a hell of a lot more.
I'll go mental.
I bet it's good money. It's good work.
I'll go mental.
Yeah, well.
Well, there you go. What are you going to do?
I'm,
for 3 months?
I'm gonna have Saturdays off.
What
Is she... Are you going to present with her? Are you going to come on and press the buttons?
He's not allowed.
No, I hope not, because, you know, you're our...
Yeah.
Whipping boy, co-presenter.
Yeah. You're like our little fella in a jar.
Yeah.
In
fact, that's what we should do with you over those 3 months. Keep it in a jar, and we can have it in alternate weeks. Like step-parents or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. That'd be great, wouldn't it?
Brilliant, just you can
me and Steve will fight for custody.
Yeah, it'll be a big jar, though. You can put stuff in there.
You can have, it won't be like, full of water or vinegar or whatever they do, or
you won't become Pickled
formaldehyde.
Karl.
No. It'd be like big air chamber, and you're sat there, and it'd be like a little... What would he be in, an armchair or something?
It'd be in an armchair, and we'd have stuff in there, and we'd bring your girlfriend, like, once a week, and she'd go, no, we put a blanket over the top, so we wouldn't, you know, see anything.
But like the Big Brother household.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, that's a hell of a documentary.
Oh, that'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
Karl in a jar.
But anyway, that's what... So we're going away on the 4th of May for 12 weeks.
It's a long time, isn't
We
it?
were doing the second series of The Office, so we can't be around, I'm afraid. And Zoe Ball's standing in for us. And,
that can't be right. She's not... I don't think you can say standing in for us.
Isn't that right?
Taking over the show, I think, would be fair to say.
I don't know. I can't say anything now, can you? I'm
Don't
worried
say
about that. Just because he goes out with Big Boy Slim, you got to be careful what you say.
Yeah. Karl, you look upset.
You're starting to think that we're getting melancholy now, that you're just gonna sit at home. What are you gonna do every Saturday?
Dunno. Go shopping.
Let's sort out a jar. 'Cause we've got to do the balloons before then as well. You've got to send you up in a balloon. Maybe we can send you up in a balloon and you come straight down into a big jar.
Yeah.
And they put
a giant cork in straight away.
yeah, and there's a big cheer.
I'll tell you what we could do. We could set you adrift like Robinson Crusoe, set the bottle, and see where you end up.
If you find me, yeah. Oh, you might go to an uninhabited island or something.
I'll tell you something I learned in the week.
Go on.
Just reminded me there about going up in the air.
Go on.
Right, if cars could drive up, it only take an hour to get into space.
Which is great.
Going how fast?
About 50 miles an hour.
You just made that up, didn't you? You just guessed that. You just guessed it. You just said about 50.
Yeah,
See,
but
this is what worries me. If you have a son or a daughter,
Yeah.
age 50, he's
Yeah.
going to be out in the street with a ramp pointing into the sky.
Dad, how long do elephants live? About 1,000 years. 1,000 or something.
I wouldn't say
Dad,
that.
how much can an ant lift? About a quarter of a kilogram, probably. About 2 bags of sugar.
If you guess, it's not fact.
Yeah. Just because you thought it, that doesn't make it a fact. Does anyone know how long it'd take a car going 50
Let's
miles
not
an hour?
get people are phoning
to
in
go
about
into
anything
space?
now, Rick.
Yeah.
We
yeah.
asked them to phone in about the jar thing. Switchboard lit up. It's crazy. You asked them to phone in about, like, you know, something sensible,
Yeah.
like Che Guevara or,
Yeah.
you know, the life of
I
Winston
know that,
Churchill. There's nothing.
That is really a demographic sort of snapshot of
Exactly.
our fans.
Our audience.
Ask them about a dead baby without a brain.
Oh, yeah,
And
straight
they're
on the
reaching
phone.
with their phones. They don't mind what their bill
Yeah.
is that much.
We ask them for, you know, I don't know, great quotes or something
yeah.
from the great philosophers. Nothing.
They're just
ask
looking
them
at the
where to
phone.
buy, meths cheap. straight on the phone.
Oh, do you know the quotes that Ricky gave me last week and I turned them down?
Yeah.
I got home, girlfriend had a go at me.
They don't know you turned him down. What you know is that he said he didn't want to take the book at the end of the show, so I'm not taking it, it's too difficult. I'm going to go and get a nice one and go on, carry on.
So I went home and Suzanne said, where's the book? She was really looking forward to having a look at it. I said, I gave it him back, I wasn't up for that. And yet last week I was ill and stuff, I wasn't in the mood for learning.
Yeah.
So I'm not having it. She goes, this is where you went wrong at school.
Oh.
She said, this is exactly where you went wrong. She said, you know, you liked infants, you liked, you know, you're colouring in and you're painting stuff. She said, but as soon as it gets to the heavy stuff, you just, you know, you're like a horse with its blinkers on.
Yeah.
So you just shut yourself away. So I said, no, I could have done it if I wanted to. So anyway, we went and bought a quotations book, so I have got some quotes.
Yeah, what's the quotation book you bought? So I was asking him to, read Keats and Wilde, Wordsworth, Shakespeare. What did you buy?
It's quotes with, like, Eric and Ernie and that in it. No, but they're still quotes.
They're still quotes,
The Sesame Street book of quotes. Brilliant. They're still valid. No, it's a starting place.
Oh.
It's a starting point.
Okay.
Well, we'll have some quotes.
We'll have some of that
Carl
after
later.
the...
We've got a
yeah.
lot more to get through before
We've got a bit of new order.
Bit of new order.
Excellent. New order, here to stay. On XFM 104.9. Someone, I love our listeners, I really do, right? Someone just called in and said it's about putting, he went, hello? Karl answers the phones. Bloke said, hello? He went, hello? He said, yeah, about putting Karl in a big jar, and Karl went, go on. And the bloke went, well then you could call him Karl Pilkington. And he went, thanks. I love the bothering. I like Karl Pilkington. That's lovely. That's so sweet. He spent 50p to tell you that, and you were worried. You just saw you going up in a balloon and landing in a jar again, didn't you? What have you gone through yet? You've had nothing but good feedback from this show now, and now you're just getting all worried, aren't you? Heat magazine say you're a genius. You got your picture in that Extracts magazine with a little round head. You have Jaffa cakes. I gave him a £5 the other week to buy biscuits. He's having the time of his life.
Yeah.
This is his best day. This must be your best 2 hours of the week.
I enjoy it, yeah. It's alright sometimes.
Yeah? What's better regular than this for you? What's a better 2 hours a week? Sleep doesn't count.
Actually, you're probably right, it might be this.
Yeah?
Yeah. Or, that 24 thing's good.
All
I
right.
like that. I'm
Probably
not
worth
sorry.
mentioning.
Suzanne.
Yeah, your girlfriend.
Yeah, well, that goes without saying, doesn't it?
Oh, he's
You know what I
done
mean?
it. He's pulled it round. He's pulled it round. He's a charmer.
If she could come in and sit in the corner, then yeah, it would be the best time ever.
That's pretty sweet, actually.
Oh.
She's not even in London at the moment.
Oh, well, so
I
what you
didn't
want
even
then?
have to say that.
You
Yeah.
have to say it, and you did anyway.
Yeah. That's lovely.
She might be listening. Somewhere.
Yeah, it's Sky Digital. There's always that. There's always
that danger.
Yeah. Anyway, Steve, over to you.
I just was wondering, because I've had an exciting week, relatively speaking, Rick, because
Yeah.
instead of just spending it all with you,
Yeah.
sat in a little room,
Yeah.
as is our way,
Yeah.
I've been doing some acting this week, as you
I
know.
know.
And I don't normally act, but I, basically, there's some people at the BBC who are making a comedy pilot, kind of comedy TV show, and, you know, and I auditioned for it, and the role was to play a sort of freaky-looking, sort of lanky geek, you know, and I don't want to say...
How did you beat off?
I don't want to sound arrogant, Rick, but they gave me the job on the spot. You know, so it was like, you know, obviously, you know, because I'm not a bad actor, I'm not as good as Rick, but I'm, you know...
What is it? What is it?
I play a really tall guy, like a sort of
That's the
6'7".
part. That's the part, though, isn't it? About you've got to be.
I'm a character who's 6'7" inches tall, and I'm trying to win the world's tallest man
That's it.
competition.
Yeah.
But there's always a man that beats me every year because he's slightly taller. But this year, I think for some reason, because I've been training, I can beat him.
That's the
And
conceit.
Sally Phillips, I don't know if you know Sally Phillips, she's a very good comedy writer and actress, and she's written it. So it was good fun, and so we went down there, and it was good and everything. It was, you know, a little trailer and everything. It was like the proper deal. It was really good. And the problem was yesterday, I had to dance. One of the sequences had me dancing. Now, as you know, I think I'm a pretty groovy dancer. I'm a bit of a mover.
Yeah.
And I have to tell you this, Rick.
Do you have anyone's eye out with your elbow?
I have come to some serious realizations about my dancing.
Really?
I was moving around like a Shire horse dancing.
Really?
It was terrible. I was just like quick, and they had this choreographer trying to show me some moves, and it was just...
He was just like crying by the end of it.
It was
They
really
were.
bad.
Yeah.
It was so bad. But the worst thing about it is, today, my whole body is ravaged with pain and agony. I'm utterly devastated by the agony of it. Trying to get down the stairs this morning, I swear to God, I looked like Thor Hurd. Trying to hobble that. It was mad. I was like I'd had several hip replacements. I was like, I had to go down at an angle, going down the stairs. It was ludicrous, and I was really worried. Suddenly I'm thinking, because I thought I was pretty fit and pretty groovy and everything. And I had been discussing with, this mate of mine, my housemate, that we should maybe start doing some exercise, because I'm putting on a little bit of weight, right? He's quite a thin, tall guy. He has a belly. I don't know how to summarise it. Have you ever seen the film Junior with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yeah.
It looks like that.
Really?
It's slightly grotesque. So the two of us, so we decided that we were going to do some exercise together, right? This is what we're going to do. Each morning we were going to get up, we were going to exercise together.
That won't happen.
Right, well, no, but wait, Rick. You see, you're wrong, because a couple of days ago I said to him, listen, what we should do is get one of those, like, health videos, you know, those kind of training videos, what they called, like, I don't know, they might have an aerobics thing, or a sort of hour-long workout. And I said to him, get one of the ones that's hosted by, like,
Pauline Quirk.
Elle Macpherson or Cindy Crawford, you know, someone like that, someone sexy, right? So, I swear to God, we went down this morning, we put it on, right? Just want you to picture this scene, right? It's me and my mate in our shorts, right? 9 o'clock in the morning, working out.
You didn't actually do it.
To Helen from Big Brother's video, right? It was the cheapest one, Steve, you told me. Thanks very much, mate.
We saw that advertised as well.
Working out, right? And the two of us in our shorts, she's there, like, you know, she's the closest there is to a living Homer Simpson, right, shouting out stuff. I just wanted to be reassured, Rick. There's nothing gay about that, is there? There's nothing a touch kind of fruity about that image.
No, I mean, the ones you do avoid would be sort of Liza Minnelli workout.
Cher.
Graham Norton, obviously.
Yeah. Dale Winton.
Gay Byrne.
Right, sure.
He's not gay.
No.
But, I mean, the name's a little bit gay, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I think Helen from Big Brother, you're probably safe. Who else? I don't know what else to tell you, really.
But I mean, because I know you've got a personal trainer, I'm obviously not in that kind of stakes, there's kind of stakes at the moment, I don't have that kind of cash.
No.
But, you know, I'm obviously quite excited. What have I got to look forward to? Do I go through a pain barrier?
My trainer, Pink Eric, we call him.
Yeah.
I sort of box a little bit.
But what I'm saying is, do you go through a pain barrier?
No, I stop way before that.
Right.
And I sit down and have a beer.
Right.
There's no point in going through pain, because it'd just put you off.
Sure.
So, if you start feeling any sort of pain, or any, breathlessness, or any aches, sit down immediately.
Now, is it right that he's worked out a special routine for you where you don't have to get up?
Yeah, when he actually said, I remember the first, I got my food diary, and he was looking at it, and I could see he sort of feared it. He feared taking on this challenge. And this is a true quote. At one point, he said, right, okay, cut cheese down to 5 times a week then. I must have haggled from 4. Cheese down to 5 times a week. And it's sort of like, I'm my own worst enemy. Because if I cut out cheese and beer, I would just lose weight. Like, it would drop off me in a month. So what I'm doing, I'm fighting it all the time. I haven't changed my sort of eating and drinking habits, but I now work out 3 times a week. It is an uphill struggle, Steve.
Yeah, of course.
It's just,
so you're just keeping it an even keel.
I know, well, yeah, so I can live longer to eat more cheese and beer.
Do you exercise, Karl? Do you do any exercise whatsoever?
I used to go to a gym in town, but it wasn't the sort of, the hard work of doing the, you know, the stuff. It was just like, it was like 60 quid a month.
Yeah.
I thought, well...
Crazy, isn't it?
That's not good. So I just got out of my way to sort of walk everywhere. Do you know what I mean? Instead of jumping on a bus, like a nice day like today, walk into work. Or, you know, run up the stairs.
You're skinny, though.
You run up the stairs?
What?
You're really skinny, though.
No, but I do eat a lot of, like, crappy food, so I reckon, I mean, what do they say? When you get to 30, it all just... You go mental, don't you?
Yeah, they say that, play a record. That's the philosophers, isn't it? When you get to 30, you go mental.
No,
Oh, Descartes.
Yeah, I think so,
no.
Play a record.
Better Bowie?
Oh, yeah, I brought this in. You'll love this, Steve. Oh, you know this, I think, I'm sure. This is, a great Bowie track off Aladdin Sane, one of my favourite albums. And this is Lady Grinning Soul. It's beautiful. Badly Drawn Boy, Silent Sigh on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais. You can do your own.
Oh, right, okay, my name's Steve Merchant.
Yeah, Karl.
I'm Karl.
Yeah, exactly.
You've not lost interest, have you, Rick?
No, of course I haven't.
Okay. Go on.
It's silly to, I've said it once, I was a bit bored with just saying your names.
Okay.
I don't mind saying mine, because I'm sort of interested in that.
Yeah, sure.
But the other ones are sort of more of a chore. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing in it for me.
Yes, there's no actual personal
I'd
gain.
rather not mention either of you.
Okay.
So, if you want to do it from now on.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. Okay. Well, listen, obviously still got plenty to come. We've obviously got some great music, Rick, and that's
well, I've got, a bit of Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. Actually, an album you introduced me to, and I'm going to play, Into My Arms.
Looking forward
And
to
you
it.
know how beautiful that song is.
That's true enough.
Yeah.
But I was talking about this little bit of acting I was doing yesterday, and not wishing to be disrespectful to anyone that was involved, but there was obviously some extras or supporting artists, as I believe they're known, and you know, all good, lovely people, really putting the effort in, doing good work and everything. But there's this one guy I was stood next to, and you know, he's quite a tall guy, not quite as tall as me, but tall guy, you know, quite a good-looking bloke or whatever. And I just sat there, and he obviously gets quite boring because there's a lot of just hanging around and people waiting and stuff, fixing lights. I just stood next to him, and he just went, oh, he was looking for something to say to me, obviously, and he went, looking forward to the new Guns N' Roses album? And I went, I didn't realise there was one on the way, actually. He went, yeah, obviously they, Slash won't be in it, because obviously Slash is no longer with them, but, bloody hell, Sweet Child of Mine, one of my favourites, just started singing some of the songs. I went, okay, great.
Without irony, I
absolutely
assume.
without irony. He was just wanting to get onto a discussion of Guns N' Roses, but I'll tell you this, he did not look like a rocker in any way. He looked like a bloke who would work in sort of an accountancy, agency, or Barclays, behind the counter, something like that. Very well scrubbed, well groomed.
So there's nothing wrong with Barclays or the people who work therein.
That's true enough.
Okay.
So he goes, yeah, I mean, I got into them with Appetite for Destruction, the classic first album, but I even, you know, I enjoyed the Spaghetti Incident as well. I mean, I like all of them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, right, okay. And he goes, I said to him, you ever seen them live or anything? He went, I have not seen them live, no, but I was lucky enough to be at Donington, Monsters of Rock, and Slash's Snake Pit was playing, which was Slash's solo effort.
Yeah.
And he went, I've never been to those live gigs before, and I was down in the mosh pit. Oh man, and I was down there, and I'll tell you this, have you been in the mosh pit? I went, oh no. He goes, oh, it's crazy down there, it's wild. A guy threw a punch at me, I punched him, knocked him straight out, he knocked me out, so this fight went off. Oh, it was amazing, amazing. I went, you gonna go back? He went, no, I won't, because once you've done something like that, you can never repeat the experience, you know. I mean, everyone there was dressed in black. I think I was the only guy wearing a white t-shirt. I was like, okay, I could just imagine him tucked in as well.
That's why I attacked him. Exactly. It's like ants.
Yeah.
They
Slash himself so
yeah.
yeah,
there's a termite in the nest.
Exactly.
And they just turned on him.
But so anyway, so I'm going, okay, so do you go to gigs often? He went, no, I don't think I'm ever going to go to another rock gig. And I said to him, why? And he went, I don't think any gig I go to will be able to top the experience of seeing UB40 live. And do you know what I mean? And I almost did what you did.
That's why I've never seen him live, because I don't want to end my life.
But I almost
there'd be
laughed.
no point
I
then.
thought it was a joke. I thought he was making a joke, and I was about to laugh, and I realised he was deadly serious, and I went...
UB40.
Oh, good were they? He went absolutely blinding. One of the most incredible live experiences I've ever seen.
I imagine. Did they
remarkable.
do songs in a sort of mock reggae style?
Apparently
for
they
2
did.
hours.
And then he began to
Excellent.
tell me which of his favourite... He went, I don't know if... I said, have they done anything recently or put anything out? He went, I don't think they're going to be able to top those classic albums, Bag of Riddim and Rat in the Kitchen.
I remember once when I went to sign on, okay, and I don't know what year it was, must have been like 1979 or something, and I left school, and tell me if I'm wrong if it wasn't out then, but this bloke was at the back with sort of like a ghetto blaster, and he was playing 1 in 10.
Right.
Obviously making a point, he was in the dole office.
Yeah.
Everyone ignored him, and when it finished playing, he turned it down. And he took a number and cued.
The days when they were a protest.
When was that? What year was that? What year did I someone can pinpoint that for me. Phone in 08700 800 1234. I know it had just come out.
But what was amazing is when he said that about UB40 being the best live experience I've ever seen, it was one of those moments where you thought, I never thought I'd hear someone say that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I don't know why I can't understand what kind of person you are. I suddenly realised at that moment there was such a chasm between us.
Is there anyone out there whose favourite band is UB40? Red Wine, maybe. UB40, yeah. Oh, they're a great bunch of blokes, though. You see them, they crack me up when I see them interviewed. They're really funny. But once you've heard one, that's pretty much it, isn't it?
Absolutely.
I imagine. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm a Philistine.
Maybe there's some hidden depths to them that we don't understand. Maybe some great tracks that you could point out if you're a big fan.
Well, I'm never going to go and see him because... why? No. Why sort of like top your experiences?
Exactly.
You know,
because you're never going to better it.
When I know I'm definitely dying, I'm going to go.
You'll summon them to play for you.
Yeah.
Get me Labour of Love live.
Do Right in the Kitchen now.
This is a little bit of a treat that I thought I would charm you with, Rick. From The Cure's Greatest Hits. This was this double CD that they brought out recently, including 18 acoustic versions of their greatest hits.
Yeah.
And this is the acoustic version.
What have you gone for?
I've gone for, glad you've asked, Just Like Heaven.
Wise choice. XFM 104.9. Lovely, that one.
Brilliant, isn't it? The acoustic version of Just Like Heaven from The Cure's double CD
I'm
Greatest
loving
Hits
it, loving it.
collection.
Now, again, I broke the rules in the week. I met up with Karl. I had lunch with him. and we were chatting and having a cup of tea, and it got onto one of Karl's favourite programmes, was the Tales of the Unexpected.
Ah, of course.
And all I can think is that he's probably the only person in Britain where they were unexpected. I mean, to him, when that twist came in, and you go, gee, I can't...
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Can't believe
So
it.
it was the tree that did it. I mean, he was probably the only... And we were telling all these stories of horror, and he liked horror stories. And I told him this story, and I don't know if this had come across the radio, but I told him this story. It was a short. It was a horror short.
This was a film you saw, was it?
Yeah, yeah. And, what it was, it started off, just there'd been a car crash. You see, it's a horrendous wreck. And you saw it from the point of view of the person in the car. And he was calling for his mate, and he was going, Dave. And he sort of looked over and saw a body without a head that had been thrown at. He goes, oh no, Dave, Dave. And then into the field of view came Dave, his mate, and looked at him with a look of horror. And then it sort of went black, and you realised that he was just a head, and it had been his body.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Yeah.
And I said, then it came up at the end, at the executions in the French Revolution, people experience consciousness for, you know, and he went, oh, no, he said, it wouldn't be for that long. And then he went, if it was a chicken, it would work. Imagine remaking that film, but it's two chickens in horrendous car crash.
Their own fault for driving.
It would work. No, he wasn't having that.
Yeah.
No, it was too long. And I think he said, how long was this film? Went, oh no, 5 minutes. He went, no. It would work if it was a chicken.
I like the way that Karl, in something like, when you relate an incident like that, he's appalled and offended and annoyed by the people that made it, even though he's never seen it.
Oh, he's annoyed, yeah. Like,
I want to see it. I think it's a good idea,
Yeah.
but they should have thought it through a bit more.
Yeah, yeah. Do you have a favourite Tales of the Unexpected, one that you remember particularly that shook you up?
Yeah, we were talking about the one on, where, there's some woman in prison. Have you seen that one?
No, I can't remember them all.
Right? This woman's in prison.
Yeah.
And, she gets a bit friendly with the guy who takes the dead bodies out.
Right.
And, he said, I can get you out of here. He said, what you've got to do, right? You've got to, I don't know, at midnight...
When you hear the bell toll,
Yeah,
that means there's been a dead body,
Yeah, there's been a dead body. So what you've got to do is go into, like, the, place where all the dead bodies are, get in the first coffin on the right, and then I'll come along and carry you out, and you can run away and escape, right? So she goes, yeah, all right then. So she hears the bell go.
I'll bury you, right? And then I'll come back later and dig you up.
Right.
Yeah, but
That's the
that
point.
bit doesn't matter.
It does matter. Trust me, Karl, it
All right,
really
then,
matters.
okay.
Listen, I don't know if I'm going to ruin this for people at home.
Yeah.
Can I just skip to the end? I would imagine that she gets buried and he doesn't come back, and she has to get buried alive.
Better than that.
Okay.
Yeah, she does it. She gets into the coffin.
Yeah, shh.
Go on.
Right. So she gets in the coffin, and she's lying there for ages.
She's
and
buried.
She can feel a bit of movement going on, so she's obviously, you know, being carried somewhere, so she's thinking, this is it, I'm getting out. And, she's lying there for ages and thinking, why ain't someone coming and lifting the lid off this? Do you know what I mean? Letting me get out. So she's really bored. She gets a lighter out, right? Lights it to have a look at who she's lying on. It's only the fella who said he'd help escape.
Oh.
How bad is that?
That is... How bad is that?
So it is quite important that she's buried alive then, isn't it? In retrospect, you realise that the jeopardy is that she's buried alive and can't get out.
Yeah.
Yeah. It makes it so much worse, doesn't it, than just like lying in the morgue and going, actually, I'm getting out of here.
Yeah.
This isn't going to work.
Look at Karl's face. Having told that, he's so pleased. His face is lit up. He's beaming like a child.
Have you seen any?
Is that your favourite horror thing ever?
That's a good one. And
Let's see if anyone knows what the finger is. When that bloke was under the ground, wiggling his finger.
We're talking about one with some fella who's stuck in the ground or something.
This is a motif I noticed in your particular favourite ones.
Yeah.
Right.
People stuck in the ground. Go on.
Right. So
It's a fella, is it?
Yeah, a fella stuck. Now, I seem to remember it just being his foot, to be honest, being stuck in a hole. And
No, he was under the ground and he got a little thing out of the pavement and he put his finger up and wiggled it to try and attract attention. Then you see a woman come along and her stiletto heel just knocks his finger off.
You see, I'm wondering whether it's the same one as I saw.
Yeah, it could be two like that, couldn't there?
They were running out of ideas by the last series.
It's a big theme in Hollywood.
Or, what was that one you told me about with the porn? That was a good one.
Oh, this was fantastic, right? Right. There was this.
Sorry, can I just check now? We're just remembering classic episodes of the Tales
No,
Unexpected
this is important. Well, I saw one right. I saw one on Tales Unexpected, right? And it was these two gents. What they used to do, they look down the obituaries and they'd blackmail the wife or the son of a dead eminent person, like might be a priest or a doctor, or and they'd go and they'd say, he bought some erotic stuff from us before he died, and he owes 100 guineas and all this sort of stuff, and they'd pay up because it'd be so embarrassing. They just didn't want them, so they'd just pay him, right? And this one bloke said, who are these people? I'll meet with them. And he goes round there, and he goes round, and they go, your father, he goes, my father could not have bought any erotic material from you. They did it, he goes, he couldn't have, he's blind. Right, and that was the twist. And Karl went, so it was magazines, not videos then.
Yeah. Now think about it, Steve. Is that so stupid?
Well, presumably it was set in olden times because people, professional
right.
pornographers don't tend to call it, you know, erotic material.
Yeah.
They tend to call it, you know, juicy jugs or whatever. But more than that, I don't understand how a video is going to be any use to a blind person either. I know that you can hear the sound, Karl. Look at him nodding like he's caught me out.
Yeah, what sound were you hear? Do. Your meter needs looking at? Yes. Cut. What's then? What's that? Then it's just noises, isn't
Occasional
it?
groans.
Yeah.
Right.
You could listen through the wall at your neighbours.
He does.
I mean, that's why I save a lot of money. But I thought you were going to point out, Karl, that they could have had a Braille porno. Now, have you thought of that?
Look, feel the lumps on that.
Exactly. Think about it, Karl.
Think about it.
You're excited now.
Yeah.
Your girlfriend's away, Karl.
Yeah, the cheese grate is only under the cupboard.
No, she's a good-looking lady.
Oh.
Next, we've got White Van Karl.
Oh, excellent. Star Sailor, poor, misguided fool. Well, it's time. Well,
go on.
That time, isn't it?
Yeah. Play the jingle.
Yeah. White Van Man, Karl.
Brilliant. Recorded at great expense, that jingle.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is where we just hijack an idea from The Sun, which is White Van Man, where The Sun asks, in this instance, a cabbie by the look of it. Oh no, a fruit and veg shop owner.
Ours is slightly different because the Sun sort of like pick on a perfectly normal member of the public.
Exactly.
So that's where we've got the
the upper hand.
Yeah.
And they ask him about the you know, the hot potatoes. This week, Karl, my first question to you, well, your thoughts, please, on the criticism of the BBC over their coverage of the Queen Mum's death. What do you make of this? You're aware of all the criticism that Peter Sissons asked some probing questions?
No, I thought it was
wore a burgundy tie.
I thought that's it. Yeah, he just had it didn't show respect. He just had a burgundy tie on.
See, that's not really not showing respect, is it?
No, it's not.
You know, you show your respect by sort of doing the news on it, giving her a bit of coverage. And showing, you know, what a good woman she was or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you move on to sport news or whatever. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I totally agree.
I don't like the way everything's morbid. I was thinking about it. It's like, you know, the way in birthday cards and that, people always put funny things in them. I think you should save things like that for funerals, for, like, funeral cards and that, and try and cheer people up at times when they're low. Do you know what I mean? Because on your birthday, you're quite happy anyway, so you don't need someone putting a funny comment in a card. I think, you know, when you send a card...
What would you suggest?
Well, you know,
whoopee cushion, but on the vicar's chair. How would you liven up the funeral?
Just little things in the card. I mean, you're just writing stuff like, well, you know, at least you're still alive or whatever.
So as you're giving the eulogy,
that'd be good. So suppose someone's husband's killed in a car crash, you go around with some flowers and a little card, and it says, "At least you're still alive."
Well, maybe something funnier than that.
Well, maybe, like, if you got up to give the eulogy during a funeral, just wear a pair of comedy tits.
Yeah, or those glasses that are eyes on sort of springs.
But why has everyone got to be so sad about someone dying?
No, what annoys me is that when you see the people on television, the sort of members of the public, and they're crying about the Queen Mother, who was sad when anyone dies, sad when anyone nan dies. She was 102, and I mean, it's sort of like, I think they should cry.
Well, there's a picture in the paper today.
I don't understand it.
There's a picture in the paper today of various people who were lining the funeral kind of route
Yeah.
yesterday, and there's a picture of a very young child, maybe sort of 5 or 6, on the arms of her dad, and her head bowed, and it says a young girl there weeps for the Queen Mother. And I was looking at it, and you can tell she's just tired.
Well,
she's
she
just
doesn't
tired
know,
and
why
bored.
would
It's
she
so
cry?
transparent that it's not crying. It's
Most
just,
people
what are
don't
we
cry
doing
when their
here?
nan dies.
Exactly.
You know, it's sort of like...
But what is a 5-year-old girl gonna be? Why is she gonna be crying? The Queen Mum said, "Oh, I can't believe it."
Yeah.
Teletubbies? No. The Queen Mum. Oh, not the tweenies. No, it's on in a minute.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Oh, dear.
I mean, I know, I'm sure, you know, I don't know much about her, I don't know if she was a great woman, and obviously, you know, it's always sad when someone dies, but it's like, it's interesting that there was a lot of tourists in that long line of people that are now queuing for hours upon hours to see her dying in state, because it's clearly just people who want to be a part of
Must
history.
be gutting if you're over from Sweden and you find out that, you know, the Queen Mum's died.
Oh,
I mean,
you must be devastated.
you probably don't want to carry on with your visit.
Exactly.
Really.
Okay, listen, Carl,
I think we've covered that.
what do you make of the, what do you make of the first genetically modified baby?
Oh.
Are you worried about
Do
this?
you know what did they do? What?
Let me see what it says here. It
Well,
says,
isn't it just choosing the, you know, eye colour?
well, this is the concern, isn't it? That in the future you'll be able to decide whether it's a boy or a girl, how intelligent it is, what it looks like, is it handsome, is it ugly? Obviously, no one will choose an ugly baby, and so on and so on and so on. And so it means that, you know, where will it lead? Where will it end, Carl? Are you concerned?
I've thought about this a lot.
What will us three look like in the future? If they're being, you know, genetically modified beautiful people, what will we be like? How will we be considered in society?
True, yeah. But we've talked about this before, haven't we? About the cloning thing.
Yeah.
That's a bit weird.
Yeah.
But I don't think it matters, because at the end of the day, right, you might look like some other kid, but it's the way you're brought up that will change your features and the way you are, you know, your personality.
If you lie, you get a long nose, don't you?
Well, no, but listen, right, because I remember when we, you know, I was growing up on this estate.
This is going to be good. Go on.
No, it's not. It's just an example of how this doesn't work.
Go on.
So we don't need to worry, sort of thing.
Sure.
Right?
Okay.
So I'm growing up on this estate, and there was this woman about 4 houses down, right? Who's a bit rough. All right.
Didn't fancy her.
Oh God, no. Right, but she had a
Why?
baby.
Well, tell me about her first. I'm interested in this woman. Why was she?
It was a
She
very.
looked like a man in a
I
dress.
mean, I didn't grow up in a posh house or anything, and
Sure.
I'm not saying that if you live in a bit of a rough house, you're a bad person.
What did she look like?
But anyone can
Tattoos?
clean up.
Looked
and
like Tony Green with a fag on.
they didn't clean up much, right?
Oh.
Which, even if you've not got a lot of money, you can still try and make
Get
a
some
place look
jiff.
nice,
Yeah.
right? But she didn't, and a kid used to take a horse into the house.
Sorry.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Yeah. Whoa,
Neddy.
Neddy. What do you mean a kid used to take a horse into the house? Where did he
believe
get
it,
a
right?
horse?
Must have nicked it from somewhere. Must have done.
you seen a horse in it? No.
What, is that from outside the saloon round the corner?
Yeah, was it just tied up with a bit of...
Right? And,
Oh, that's great.
I'd
Did
been
Big
out.
Jake come looking
Exactly.
for it?
I'd been out.
Oh.
Nicked
Right,
away.
sorry, let me get this. This was before the lynching stopped or after.
Where did he get a horse from? What do you mean he must have nicked it? His mum said, where'd you get that from? I bought it. All right, then. But keep it out the kitchen.
I don't want you going Catlin rustling.
Oh, where did he get a horse from, Carl? And how long did he have it for? Was he
Until-
leading it or riding it? Mum, open the door, I can't stop!
I can't stop it. Open the patio door as well, I'll be...
Looks like we got us a runaway. What do you mean?
I don't know, but the thing is, they couldn't afford to buy one because they're not cheap. So I'm just guessing. Maybe that's wrong of me. But I think...
He had a horse?
Yeah, right. So
That's why the family didn't have any money, they'd spend it on the horse.
No, I don't
Exactly.
think, that's what I'm saying. I don't think they would have bought it. So anyway...
Yeah, it's wise to whisper, Carl, in case they're listening.
Yeah, and
They could be in the room next door.
It's not buying it, it's keeping it as well. Oh,
So I was like in the car with my dad coming
Yeah.
into the avenue, and you used to have to drive down it to turn round. And,
Yeah.
And you know, sort of go back to our house.
you had the traditional method of transport. Yeah.
And the horse was in the lounge,
Reading a paper.
just like walking around.
Oh, God! What?
And when I was doing, I tried to earn myself some money once by flogging little flowers in plastic cups.
What? This is
And I went-
genius. It just keeps coming. What do you mean you're trying to flog little flowers? What do you mean?
Wait.
another
Let's
story.
play a record. Let's play a record and come back to this,
Wait a
because
minute,
the story's
wait a
going to
minute.
just
Wait a
unravel and unravel. It's
Yeah,
going to go
yeah.
on for hours. Let's
It
play a
gets
track,
deeper
Carl.
and deeper. It's
Yeah,
like
come
an
on, Carl.
onion, isn't it?
We've created a whole world here where there's a man living with a horse.
Just walking around the lounge.
I mean, I come from the West Country, I've never heard anything like that.
I just think of a big sort of like orange carpet and a rediffusion telly and this horse going, I'm fed up in here.
Exactly.
This is really...
I am not taking the rubbish out again.
Yeah.
Right, play a record. Let's have Velvet Underground. We got that lined up.
Oh,
yeah, the
God.
classic from the first album. I'm Waiting for the Man. Let's come back to the horse in a second.
Little flowers in pots. What do you mean?
Classic first album, Velvet Underground and Nico, which apparently peaked at a disappointing 171 in the US charts.
Think of that.
And that's obviously Lou Reed, the Velvet Underground, and Waiting for the Man.
Yeah, great track. So we were talking. We were doing White Van Man, and we got onto.
We got on to genetically modified babies, but
and then
somehow
Karl started telling a story about someone with a horse, and then he got onto. He was trying to make money selling flowers. Just do the flowers briefly.
Well, hang on, I just want to recap slightly. So there was a family, and who had the horse in the family?
It was...
Because you lived on an estate in Manchester.
So the mother was a right pig, apparently.
Well,
I don't know whether that's
you don't
relevant.
need to go that far.
But
But
go
what I'm
on.
trying to do is, like, make a picture for you so you understand.
What did
what
she
a
look
picture
like?
it
Who
is.
did she look like?
Bit of a... And no disrespect to her. Bit like Pauline Quirk.
Quirky, yeah.
Right?
Okay, I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah.
I knew it was going to be Pauline. Did she have any tats? Did she have any tattoos?
I've never got that close to her.
Okay, all right.
So who had the horse? Was this her son or her
No,
husband?
her daughter.
Her daughter had stolen a horse,
Yeah, from... I don't know where. There was a... I think there was some stables down the road or something.
and they kept the horse in the house with
They
them.
kept it in the house.
Did
But
they
didn't
get
have it
caught?
for long.
No.
So, and you said you were in the house one day and you saw the horse
No,
in
what
there.
happened was, I was, they did this thing at school about raising money for charity, right? For some local charity. And they said you can do anything to raise money, and they came out with all these ideas, and I thought, that's good.
What was the charity?
But I don't know, I thought, forget the charity.
Yeah, that's
I'm
just
a
a good
charity
money-making
leader.
idea.
So-
You're a charity.
So, so I asked my mum for some, 'cause she used to have a lot of flowers around the house.
Sure.
I said, can I just take some snippings off them? And, I'll go and buy some plastic cups. And, got some soil out of the garden, planted the bits of plants in them,
Yeah.
got a tray,
Yeah.
had about 25 plants on it,
Yeah.
selling them for 25 pence each.
Excellent. Did you sell any?
Yeah, so loads.
Did you just cut? You didn't just cut them and stick them in the
Yeah, they
soil.
wouldn't have survived.
Oh.
But I think people sort of thought, well, good on him for trying. But anyway, so I went round to theirs, because I thought their house could do with a bit of colour and stuff.
Yeah.
'Cause it's a bit rough. So as I went
The
up,
horse went, thank God for that breakfast. They've been feeding me kitty cat.
so I got up to the door, and they opened the door, and it was one of them houses where no carpet,
Yeah. A horse in the living room.
You know.
We've all been there.
and,
Yeah.
and the horse was walking around the living room.
Oh.
I looked quite happy and everything, because I always say that about animals.
Black Beauty
right?
was on. Yeah.
Well, think about it, right? If you were a horse, where would you rather be? In a little wooden hut with a load of hay, or in like a house with a
Central heating.
3-piece suite and
Sure.
a telly and that?
Telling you that.
No, but I was saying this the other day,
And an Atari.
right? I was walking through London the
Commodore
other day,
64,
Yeah.
rubbish.
Exactly.
walking through London with Suzanne, right?
Yeah.
And do you know, like homeless people always have dogs. And
Yeah.
she said, "Oh, I hope she looks after it." I said, that dog is happier than most dogs,
Right.
because people always walk past and give it a pat on the head.
Yeah.
It's with its owner all the time.
Yeah.
It's out in the open. It's not locked up in a house.
Yeah.
It doesn't
You know what I
eat,
mean?
but other than that...
No, it does eat though. They're always all right. So that's what I was saying. I think this horse was doing all right for
Yeah.
itself. Do you know what I mean?
Well, not many horses have got their own house.
Exactly.
For a start, yeah.
But anyway, that's
That's
what
by
we
the
were talking
by.
about. Yeah. So anyway, this family, who's a bit. What we were talking about, it was about cloning.
Genetically modified kids
Yeah.
and all that
Yeah.
stuff, yeah.
Right now, what I'm saying is, you could say, you know, right, Steve, you could have a baby, right? And Ricky could see it and say, God, I want one that looks like that,
Yeah.
right?
It could happen, Rick.
So
Come on, work with him.
So you take it to the doctors, and I don't know what they do. They inject it with something or whatever.
Yep, that's how it's done.
Yeah.
And get a little baby, and there it is. It looks the same. Now the thing is, you separate. You both go off and do your own things.
Yep.
Right. Now, you look at Stephen. You look after your baby.
Yeah.
You treat it well. You give it good food and
I'm
that,
a good dad.
all the vitamins and stuff.
Yeah.
Ricky just gives it cheese. Right. So then it changes its looks. It goes a bit fat. You know, it gets tired easily and that sort of thing. Now, when this family.
Why am I just feeding a baby cheese?
Right. This family had a horse in their house.
Yeah.
They had a little baby, and my mum went round and said, "You're not going to believe this, but it's a beautiful looking baby," right?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, you know. And the weird thing is, it was a good looking kid, but as time went on, they didn't really look after it. And I'm not saying like abusing it, but it used to run around. It used to play out till like 10 at night.
Yeah.
It used to chase cars.
Right.
It was a bit.
Did it have hooves?
Yeah, no. Chase cars!
Right.
What sort of kid chases cars? Oh, God.
Now-
Was it called Rover?
The weird
Did it catch stick?
It's Liam, it was called, right?
Right.
Now, the weird thing is, it was a good-looking kid, but as time went on, and all that, like, not eating properly and its hair was all patchy.
It's not Liam Gallagher, is it?
And chasing cars on that, and it became an ugly kid.
It's definitely Liam Gallagher.
And that's what I'm saying, right? You can clone all you like, but at the end of the day, it's
Yeah.
how you brought up.
Brilliant.
Wow.
Whoa.
Life.
Wow.
That was a hell of a point.
God.
But am I right?
You're always right, Carl.
Finally, White Van Man, what do you make of the fact that Sainsbury's are bringing in square tins?
Is that
a
true?
concern for you?
Is that true?
Apparently so.
Why? Because
Dunno.
like it's easier to stack.
This is what the guy in the Sun has said. That should be interesting. That should be his comment on Sainsbury's are bringing in square tins. Is that should be interesting for meatballs. Ricky's just collapsed on the floor. Let's just play a song, Carl. I don't think even you can top that.
Black Rebel Marks out of club. Whatever happened to my rock and roll? Well, near the end of the show, just time for the re-education of Karl revisited.
Mm-hmm.
Still got Nick Cave to come, haven't we?
Absolutely.
Now, Karl, you read a quote book. What did you learn from it? Tell us some pearls of wisdom. Just keep it down to one or two, your favourite things and why you like them.
Right, well, you said just pick a couple.
Yeah.
Right? So I wrote a couple down
Yeah.
last night. And what I did, so they weren't boring, right? I've sort of...
Don't think you can ever be boring,
No,
but go on.
but what I've done, I've took, like, different ones. So I've took a good one that I think, yeah, that's a good quote. That was worth putting in a book. I've put one that isn't really a quote, so I don't understand it.
Oh, yeah.
One that isn't clever. and a funny one. So a bit of variation all out of one book.
Oh, how long did this take you? What did you do? Did you sort of like sit,
About half an hour last night.
and did you sit sort of like quietly at a desk or something?
No, just in the lounge with the telly turned down.
Oh, right.
Just to give a bit of light to the room. Just
Sure.
had it on but turned down.
Have you figured out lights yet?
So, so the first one, never heard of him. This guy called Dean Axon.
Right.
And this is a good one. He said, the memo is written not to inform the reader, but to protect the writer.
That's good,
Yeah,
yeah.
stuff. That's very good.
That's
yeah,
it, that's-
yeah. It relates a lot to, you know, office life and so on.
Yeah, modern world and that.
Mhm.
Right, so then, thought, yeah, right, so I wrote that down because I liked it, and that's
Yeah.
what he said to do. Second one isn't really a quote, it's more of a poem.
Okay.
So how does that work?
Well, that's okay.
Just read it. Just read it.
Right, well, I won't... It's about suicide.
Okay.
Right. Razors pain you, rivers are damp, acids stain you, drugs cause cramp. Guns aren't lawful, nooses give, gas smells awful, so you might as well live.
Lovely.
Is that
That's
from Dorothy Parker?
I'll tell you
It
what.
is, yeah.
I hate it. I hate that.
Why?
It's nothing to me, that.
I think
And
that...
what, it's just
Yeah,
a
yeah,
sort of weak,
right.
shallow
All
piece
right.
of
Well, this
mock
is,
comedy.
This is why I did it in that order, because that's what I thought.
It's sort of like a zany vicar would write from living in Frome when he's
Alright
about
then.
55 and get it published in the... I hate it.
All right, so you're saying you're not a fan of Dorothy Parker's work, right?
Right.
Now, the next one, Oscar Wilde,
Yeah.
right? He's known, isn't he?
Yes.
Look what he comes up with. All art is quite useless.
Well, that's... What's up with that?
Well, it isn't added art.
No, I know, but it's... Go on, next.
But how has art helped you? How has it been useful to you?
It was a bit of a... It's one of the only things I like doing at school.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? When I made that little clay man, fixing a car.
Yeah.
You
know,
made a
how
clay
can-
man fixing a car. I forgot about that.
How can he... I think that's stupid. And especially that it's gone in a book.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
It's easy to diss things.
Yeah, it's harder to
you're
build
right.
things up. You're right.
I don't think art is useless, by the way. But then you don't have to agree or disagree with some of these things. Some of them are, you know, sometimes it's just their thoughts put eloquently or poetically, isn't it? And it's just, you
Just
know,
to provoke a reaction as much as
Yeah,
anything.
yeah.
Well... And the good one, Ozzy Osbourne.
I mean, sorry, but let's go back there. The irony is that is art. That he was an artist, wasn't he? So...
But you don't, okay, so you don't like Oscar Wilde, but you prefer Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah, go on.
Ozzy Osbourne, cracking one this. Funny and educational. I bit a head off a bat the other night. It was like eating a crunchy wrapped in a chamois leather.
Genius.
You're right, Karl.
Yeah.
So there's.
What do you like about that? The way he's described what it is like.
I think, yeah, if someone, I mean, you can imagine what it's like, because I like crunchies.
Yeah.
And,
it's like
and a chamois leather's really chewy, so you can imagine that's like the skin.
So you like
And
his
the crunchy
you
bit
like
is-
his descriptive
Yeah,
writing.
The crunchy bit is like the bones and that.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
But you know, Karl, it's interesting because you've analysed Aussie there, and in a way, that is the first step on maybe doing a new English GCSE.
Yeah,
you know, being able to
said,
study
you said why
language
you
and
liked
understand
it.
and
You said because it describes what you've never eaten about yourself.
Yeah, but my teacher, Mrs. Kane, if I would have come into school with, a quote by Ozzy Osbourne, she wouldn't have been happy.
Really?
Do you know what I mean? And that's the difference between
She'd go, right, Karl, get your horse and go home.
Well, listen, though, we were talking about other quotes.
Yeah.
Neil Armstrong.
Yeah.
Do you know his one?
Yeah.
what one giant leap for mankind.
Do you know it wasn't meant to be that? You know, it says, it's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind, right?
Yep.
It was meant to be, this is one small step for a man,
Right.
i.e.
Yes.
me, the individual, on a microcosmic level, one giant leap for mankind. And he mucked it up, because if you say, this is one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind, man there means
I
mankind.
know, it's embarrassing.
So you shouldn't give people, he's not a trained actor.
That's true
He's
enough.
more of an astronaut, to be
Has he
honest.
won any awards, Rick?
No, there are no awards. Is he BAFTA nominated? Don't think so.
But listen, right, he said another quote as he got back into the rocket. Have you heard about it?
Go on.
Well, we run out of time, and I'm just wondering whether it's worth saving as a bit of a teaser for next week.
What did Neil Armstrong say as he got back into the rocket?
Yeah.
Is it going to
Shots
be
away.
something like, that was boring, wasn't it? The mic's not still on, is it?
Yeah.
They're not still listening.
Well, that's what I was saying to you. He could have said that, and it would have
That's
still
not
gone down.
cheese.
It would have still gone down as an amazing quote, wouldn't it?
Well, listen, I think you should save it, Karl.
You tosser, I was meant to go
No, I'll tell you what we'll do, Karl. We'll squeeze it in before the end of the show, because, Ricky, you got to play your song for the lovers.
Oh,
we should
yes.
play this.
I don't think we'll fit it in. We might have to save it.
Don't worry, we'll see what we can do.
Well,
Let's
next
play,
week, by the way, you've got happiness quotations, a collection of thoughtful words and beautiful paintings. I'll just give you an example of one. Happiness is a perfume you can pour on others you cannot pour on others without getting a few drops on yourself. It's lovely, that, isn't it?
Brilliant.
You can't be happy with that.
Okay.
This is
song
Nick
quick.
Cave and the Bad Seed, from the Boatman's Call. It's a beautiful song. Any song that starts off, I don't believe in an interventionist God, is alright by me. And this is Into My Arms. Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, Into My Arms. Well, that's it. We've run out of time.
We have indeed.
So no time for, Karl's quote. That'll have to come next week.
Yeah, we'll
about
save that for next
Neil
time.
Armstrong. Well, I hope you, enjoyed it. Goodbye.
All right, Rick. Come on, I'm sounding a bit chirpier. It's not that depressing.
Well, yeah.
Sports next. You know how excited you are?
Go on.
You love the sport, don't you?